It's all Christmas, Christmas. It's all Christmas, Christmas. It's all Christmas.
It's not too early. It's technically December. It's okay. It's not too early. We can play Christmas things. We can put the Christmas background on.
I agree.
We can use the what is it? Non-copyright claimable, like Mario sound file MIDI version of All I Want
Slaps,
for
man.
Christmas.
All that stuff slapped. That was jamming.
We got some hedgehogs in the chat. Thank you.
Hedgehogs.
Fucking hedgehogs.
Hey man, it's December. You're right. It is the time of year, and there's only 4 Fridays in this month. The last couple years, there's been 5 Fridays. So,
But after Christmas happens, we can't use the Christmas background anymore, right? This is like my last chance to use all my
Yeah.
Christmas crap that you guys don't
know.
download.
Because the next time you
I think I have.
you host,
to
it'll
do
be
one.
after Christmas. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly. Wait, did we have a New Year's one?
I
we had
didn't. I thought we had something with fireworks, right? That might have been 4th of
Yeah.
July.
So I think no, Phil. I think it might have been last year, and it was on your show, and I edited it whilst we were doing the show. Byron.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you're the only one who like has that video. I don't even know where that video is. But yeah, you have the New Year's fireworks video outro.
I'm gonna make sure I have the Christmas one.
Anyway, yes. Hello, welcome. This is Creative Block. This is the massively underprepared Creative Block, the rotating show, where we try and talk about something creative every week. Obviously, it's on my channel this week, so I'm hosting. But yeah, I think Phil, for the last 2 weeks, total MVP over here. You carried the for 2 shows whilst we were in Colombia.
I tried.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
nice
I did last week, but Pear, didn't you do one? Or
I don't even know. You know, on game shows, you can hit the red button and it's like a steal or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we still.
I got a little mini steal for Jake this week. I got a little something we can talk about.
Hell yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
No. Yeah, I've been so sick this last week. Get back from we didn't have a show last week because it was Thanksgiving, so everyone can tell their amazing, exciting Thanksgiving stories. Because we don't celebrate that over here. That's a you guys thing.
You don't have a Britain Thanksgiving
Turkey
thing?
Day?
Yeah, we don't have a Britland giving. We have Bonfire Night. We have Remember the 5th of November, Gunpowder, Treason, and Plot. I can't remember whatever, I forget it now.
Oh, that's
Never Be
funny.
Forgot.
I didn't know you guys celebrated that. Down with the government.
You hang out with a bunch
That's
of Guy Foxes, right?
Yeah. We all dress up as Guy Foxes, Phil. On
Shirtless.
And you guys shoot grouse instead of turkey, I'm pretty sure. You still might shoot birds.
I thought grouse was like an alcohol.
No, it's a
You know
bird.
nothing of the shooting of birds?
No, it's only for the higher ups over here. It's only
Yeah.
for the well-to-do.
Higher
That's-
ups.
I was reading a book that's a British book or whatever, and a girl is kind of a good setup and payoff because the girl says, "Guns are people," and the guy has no idea what she's saying, and he finds out later that when you're hunting, the people who get the guns are like the real people, and then if you're like a nobody, then they make you scare the birds or whatever, like and retrieve the kills and stuff. So he finds out guns are people.
Guns are people.
What?
Does that make
That
sense?
doesn't
Your
really
problem
make...
is-
No, not
You
really.
eat too much, Pear.
It's like a caste system. Like anyone with a gun is like a real person. Like they're
Oh.
somebody.
I'm glad I'm
Oh.
a real person then.
On
Like
a
Joe
hunting-
Dirt. Well, Joe Dirt was the retriever, right? When he would go hunting.
Yeah, then you're not like a real person. So the guns are real people is like the saying. Guns are people. Is the saying.
All I know is guns don't kill people, rappers do.
Rap?
Yeah.
Yes. That might be
That's
true.
Yeah.
definitely how it works.
Irene, did you not? What is the? You
You
didn't
rapped it.
think we celebrated that? That's like our thing, the 5th of November thing. What do you
I
mean?
don't
you
know. I didn't realize England had that kind of rebel spirit.
Wait, I thought Alan Moore made it up.
You thought I made it up.
Wait, no, but
No.
you're celebrating him failing to blow up Parliament.
Exactly. That's the
Oh,
whole
well,
thing.
that's
It's like-
lame. That's
it's like-
lame.
it's government. The 5th of November thing is like government propaganda, because the guy who tried to blow up Parliament, we all make effigies of him. All of us do. Like, you know,
Like
and
a
we all burn them
scarecrow.
in our garden. Yeah.
I
we
didn't
make
know it was like it. So wait, we celebrate saying "fuck you" to the king way back when, and you guys celebrate the government winning. Well done.
Yeah, and we celebrate like a tiny home turf win, I guess. Of like,
Okay.
we killed this one guy who nearly blew up Parliament. By the way, Irene,
well.
you sound like like you're the vocalist on this. You're like
What?
coming through as, like, you have like two
Really?
two kilobyte mic. Yeah, Rainy
Oh,
is
no,
essentially
I'm
calling-
I thought I was on my good mic. What the fuck?
Do you sound like a Tamagotchi? Remember those?
Yeah, say
I don't-
I'm not gonna.
Hello. Hi. What? Say what? I dare you.
Say
A Tamagotchi would say things like "Feed me, I need
Oh.
medicine."
Okay, I'm not saying that.
My screen is full of poopy.
Okay, I'm not saying that. Do I sound like shit because I'm on the right settings? Do I need to just leave and come
I
back?
mean, it doesn't sound like shit, but it just sounds like not good.
Feces.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, shit.
Kilobyte. You do sound like
Great.
you're on an old flip phone.
It's like if you're one of those
better?
one of those like VTubers, you sound like a robotic like digital girl.
I need to talk like this to sound like a VTuber.
Exactly.
Woohoo!
It's-
That is anti-VTuber propaganda, and I will.
Jake loves
No, but-
YouTubers.
Maybe leave and come back because you do sound like, you know,
Well, fucking fine.
refresh your.
it sounds cool. It sounds like you're in like a cyber utopia.
It does not sound cool.
40% Zed does ooh woo in the chat. Ooh woo kind of makes me laugh. I don't know what it means other than it's like a face.
Yeah, ooh woo.
But I don't know what the face means. I'm like, it's like this is like,
It's like a little cat animu face. The eye. So okay, so the U's at either side of the eyes, and they're like over closed eyes that are like.
yeah.
Oh really? I thought they were ears, like floppy ears.
No,
No.
they're the eyes that are
Yeah,
like
they're the
the
eyes
su-
blinking down. yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
like
their eyes
And then it's
blinking
a cute
down,
little
and
cat. Yeah.
yeah, it's like the mouth is pushed all the way up into the nose, like that.
Yeah, and I mean, what is that W? That's the nose? Is like what kind
Alex
of
has got
creed
it right.
is that?
You gotta capitalize the U's for a good ooh woo.
Oh,
And there's oh whoa, which is like shock, I guess.
that just looks like an owl.
Yeah, right. Oh wow.
Yeah, I've just started to dabble in this Weebery. I don't know if I want to get that far. That
Turn
deep
back
into
now,
it.
Phil. Turn back now. You don't. Warning.
I got 3 more Trigun books I got to get.
Phil's trying to build like a whole house out of Trigun books.
There's only 3 left. I could
They
do
were
it.
They were probably all on sale for. Yeah, go. Eric
Oh, Cyber
DeGuapo's got
Monday.
the real one. There we go.
That's the one, Eric. Oh yeah.
The Homer Simpson eyes.
Yeah, I
right?
should have bought more on Cyber Monday, but I forgot because I'm a
That
retard.
one looks like double nip slip to me.
Really?
Yeah, it's 2 nips.
I have no idea. Do I sound better?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yay.
You do sound good.
Well, good.
That's it. My brain is melted, and I'm out of things to talk about.
Wha-
But yeah, it was Thanksgiving. We don't have it here. I don't think I was even here for bonfire night. 5th of November. Yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't in the country.
No, you weren't.
No, that was
The night
election
one.
day.
Oh,
Yeah, we did have election day on Guy Fawkes. Yeah, I forgot
It
about
was
that.
election day, Guy Fawkes Day, and Jim Steranko's birthday.
and
Oh,
what an
wow.
election
I
day
I
it
didn't
was.
know that was
Happy
such an epic
birthday,
day.
Jim. What a
I mean, it
birthday
was-
present for Jim.
I know. It was pretty epic. I didn't know it was that epic.
Yes, yes.
What a day.
Yeah, look, Homer Simpson eyes. But yeah, you guys did have Thanksgivings apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
Bear, how
did.
was your Thanksgiving?
It was okay. I'm not the best at talking about it. I've gotten myself into trouble because, like, at the Y, there was a girl. She's like, "How was your Thanksgiving?" The front desk lady, and I was like, "Oh, it was good. You know, just the regular Thanksgiving. Saw the family and stuff." And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's nice." And I was like, "Yeah, my buddy in Iowa, didn't have family, so he spent it alone. So I felt really sorry for him." And I don't know why I said that. And then she goes, "That's me." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "I spent it alone." I'm like, "Oh, you have family around?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, well, "Okay, sorry that you spent your Thanksgiving alone. I would have invited you if I had known." Whatever is what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I didn't say it though. And then that happened twice though. Two different people. Maybe, depending if you count, it was 3 times. I talked to people who didn't do anything for Thanksgiving. They're kind of sad about it. But then I'm like, sucked your Thanksgiving sucked. But my Thanksgiving was so great. I saw all my family and blah, blah, blah.
I mean,
Wow.
to be fair, she asked you about Thanksgiving first.
Yeah, that means she wanted someone to ask her about it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
actually.
wanted to, oh no, I don't have family to spend Thanksgiving with.
Yeah, she's like, it was perfect. I had some Chinese food, and I was like, you're
Well-
coping. You're coping.
I'll be like,
Yeah,
yeah, that
so-
sounds like a great Thanksgiving.
That's what I should have said.
I
Instead,
mean, it
of,
was better
instead of
if
yelling
she
at her
did-
that
she-
she's coping.
She
Yeah,
still
that's
did more
probably
stuff than I
was
did on
not a good idea.
Thanksgiving.
I
Was
assume
that
you
a-
rolled up in a ball sick all day.
Yeah, I was in a cocoon of pain.
Wow.
Yeah, even if I did
Damn.
join anyone for Thanksgiving this year, I would have been like, wherever I visited, I would have just been hiding away.
Spread the
sick.
plague. Well, I had a nice Thanksgiving.
That's
I
good.
don't know I don't know why I didn't realize this, but I do have family in America. It's just not the family I grew up with. So yeah, I went to visit relatives in Philly.
Any
fun.
awkward political conversations?
A little bit, but I just stay quiet because they are politically different. I love them very much. They're really nice people, and they're quite reasonable. They're just, I think if I did talk about it, we could come to an understanding, but I just don't want to talk politics at Thanksgiving dinner, you know? So I just kind of was like, I understand your perspective. I will continue to eat.
Me too.
I talked about I taught my family about that time that Jesus exorcised that guy and sent all those demons into the pigs and then they killed themselves.
Oh, that's
Huh?
real?
It was pretty awesome.
That's a
Yeah, you
good
don't know the story of Legion?
Legion.
What book is that in? Or like,
So
what
we are
part of
many?
Jesus'
What do you mean?
story?
I'm sure
So
Mr. Edwin Boyette is in the chat. Shout out to him. I'm sure he knows all about the tale. But yeah, Jesus, he finds this guy who's possessed by a bunch of demons, and he says his name is Legion, which is badass, and probably where they got the name for Professor X's son, Legion. And then he exercises. He doesn't want to be sent to hell, Legion. He wants to be sent into a herd of swine. So, as one of Jesus' miracles, he exorcises these demons and sends them into this herd of swine, and then the swine kill themselves by jumping off of a cliff and drowning in the water.
So what did the guy do after that?
Oh, he went back to like his home. Jesus is like, go back to your home and tell them about this.
That's one of the more badass things Jesus.
Yeah, I never heard of that. I learned that like last week. I'm like, what? That's freaking
I
awesome.
hadn't heard of it either.
Yeah,
I
Was
told
the
my
guy
brother-
normal again?
yeah, he was
Yeah,
normal.
he's
I
normal.
don't even think they I don't even think they say his name, like his actual name.
They do that, they do that in the Fat Russell Crowe movie because in his later career he's known as Fat Russell Crowe. There's multiple movies, but one of them
We Are Men, yeah.
he plays like an exorcist. There's multiple movies where he plays an exorcist. So this one is called The Pope's Exorcist, and at the beginning, the opening scene, he exorcises a guy, the demon, into the pig, and then he blasts the pig in the head with the shotgun.
God damn.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
like
I'm-
some biblical influence.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and Vaughn says Legion is Jewish in the comics. Yeah, this guy was also Jewish in the
Yeah.
good book. Book of Mark, chapter 5. There you go, Edwin.
I told my brother about Sodom and Gomorrah and how funny it is.
And how
Funny it is. You
Funny?
should see the Professor Brothers explanation for Sodom and Gomorrah. If you guys ever saw that cartoon on Adult Swim, it's pretty good.
the professor regale
No, I gotta
us,
see
Phil.
that.
Unless we can pull it up.
Yeah, it's a
Copyright
short. It's
claim.
probably like, I don't know, like 20 seconds. But there used to be this old show called China, Illinois, and they do segments called the Professor Brothers, which were these university professors. I don't know if you probably wouldn't get hit by watching it.
Okay, you pull it up.
Let me see here.
So when you
Yeah.
told your brother about Sodom and Gomorrah, you were like, "Man, there was this wicked sick place once," and like they ruined it.
Oh
Well,
no.
'cause- No, like I did my own stream about it because I read it for the first time last year, and it's only like 10 verses or something. You could read it in like 5 minutes. But it's like kind of funny. Like it starts with God, and he goes to Abraham, and he's like, "Yeah, your nephew Lot. I've been getting a lot of complaints about him. He lives in that place Sodom and Gomorrah. The neighbors keep butt fucking, keeping him up at night, and he's always praying to me, complaining about it. So I sent 2 angels to go see what's up." That's like the first verse.
That is funny.
How can butt fucking
So-
keep you up all night?
So
Well,
the
I mean, like,
actual
it's
problem
happening
was
tomorrow.
noisy neighbors.
Yeah,
That was
literally,
the real reason. It was
Yeah.
okay, destroyed.
Yeah, because it's
How
Lot. The guy's name
curious.
is Lot, which is kind of a funny name too. And he's like, yeah, he's just praying to God every night. It's like he hears the thumping, and he's like, God, please let this thumping stop. It is just so disgusting.
You
Please.
see, if they just thumped quietly, we could have avoided the whole mess.
Yeah.
If they just
Is,
had a bit of decorum.
I put the speed up a little bit because I didn't know it was this long. But let's see.
Oh God, 3 minutes. Okay,
Yeah, so, okay. Find your seats there and just bunch in close to the front. I don't like to stress myself. So, let's begin. Long ago, there were these 2 awful towns. Sodom, named after sodomy, and Gomorrah, which was named after an even weirder move. So now, everyone who lived in Sodom and Gomorrah had crazy sex with everyone and just about everything. Flora, fauna, fire. They had sex with rocks painted to look like God's face, and
Really?
most of them couldn't even
Did
get
they
off
really
without
do
eating
that?
filth. Caca was very popular. Well, it was almost as popular as the graveyard. It was a horrible place. And after a while, God heard the rumors, so he disguised a couple of angels as sexy dudes and sent them down to see if the place qualified for annihilation. I don't know if any of you guys have ever seen an undisguised angel, but trust me, they are horrifying. Anyway, right off the bat, the angels met an awesome little gatekeeper named Lot. He was an excitable, happy dude who capered and sang and coerced them into his house. And strangely,
This is like early Hyper Wizard animations.
Yeah, this is pretty
Thanks-
accurate
thanks
too.
for
And
speeding this up.
it is selling it like it's funny. But they skipped the whole part with the first part is God going to Abraham, and that whole part's really funny too. But
I'm sure it was supposed to be a comedy.
he didn't want to do them or anything weird. He only wanted to feed them kosher treats and to give them foot baths and all the stuff that God was really into back then. The angels ate Lot's finest unleavened bread and whatever goes with that. But they started hearing grinding and moaning outside of Lot's hut. A mob had gathered and they were demanding sex with Lot's visitors. Lot went outside with his de-sexing stick and waved it around most unsexily. Lot said, "No one can fuck my strange guests. However, I have 2 beautiful virgin daughters. You may have them instead. Do unto them whatever you want, really, whatever you can think of. Just please, go nuts." The throbbing mob didn't care about the daughters, who were probably not even virgins. Next, the angel said that God was going to turn the towns and all the townspeople into exactly what they've always wanted, a fuck-to-death pile of burning caca. The angels went on to say, "Take your family and flee from this city. Whatever you do, don't look back. That's the way God wants it. I don't know why, dude. Just don't look back." So Lot and his family got together their bowls and towels and furs and leather pieces and posters of Abraham and sheep and important rocks and all the other precious valuables, and they left the
Best
city.
explanation
Just
ever.
after they passed the city limits, they heard all sorts of terrible noise and felt heavy heat on their backs. They ran like goats on fire. Lot's wife stopped concentrating for 1 second. Just for 1 freaking second, she let her guard down, and she turned around and glanced at the towering blaze. And in 1/2 of a split fucking second, she turned into a pillar of salt. Lot and his kids couldn't even turn around to look at her, or else they too might be turned into pillars of who knows what spice. Long story short, Lot and his 2 daughters moved into the nearby mountains, and I'm not even going to touch how they got a new tribe of people started. Genesis 19.
Ah!
Yeah.
Yo.
Well, I am
Take
so
that,
much more
atheists.
educated now. Wow.
I want to make a comic of it, but I'd get canceled. So, but I think it's so funny that it's not homophobic. Kind of. I think
That guy did it. He didn't get
Yeah,
canceled.
yeah.
Yeah, and he had a show on Adult Swim.
Cartoon
Oh yeah,
Network.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right next to Johnny Bravo.
Good stuff. The Bible's cool. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, FK
Neat.
agrees with you.
Oh yeah. Shut up.
Shout
So,
out to the Bible.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah,
We were
Thanksgiving.
try-
That,
we were-
that's basically all I
talking
talked
about
about at
things-
Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Is that, you just had that on your phone at Thanksgiving, and you're like quietly sitting in the corner, and anyone walks up to you, is like, "Hey, watch this." Plays it, and they get entranced.
It was good stuff. So how did your brother react to that, Perry?
I had him chuckling, and then I was like, "Yeah, I might make it a comic," and they're like, "You get canceled." I'm like, yeah,
Nah. Do it?
yeah.
Is Sodom and Gomorrah in the Action Bible?
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, good
I
question.
got one of those. I don't have that.
I do. It was in the other room.
Go check.
Shall I go check for Sodom and Gomorrah in the Action?
Yeah, there's
Bible?
probably like a table of contents, right? That would tell you the chapters. Let's see. What's up with everybody in the chat? Welcome to the show. Alex is here, of course. Good
Hello.
to see you. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, this is a rotating show, the Creative Block, every Thursday night between all of our channels. I don't know. Does anybody know who's next week?
Probably
Not you.
me, I think.
Jake, Irene.
Yeah. I
so
think
make
it's
sure
me.
Subbed to the channels. Also,
Well,
there's the action
Yup.
volume.
A contents page in a comic book. What? Let's have a look.
Whoa.
Hey, there actually is Old
Yeah, there you
Testament.
go.
Which bit of the Bible is it in? I'm not really a Bible guy.
Sodom and Gomorrah, probably Old Testament, right? Because that's Abraham and shit.
You know, it's in the Bible
I
that he
do not
offers his
know.
daughters to the mob, and that's one twist I might put on it if I adapted it. Is that he's trying, because the mob hears rumors that it is angels, and that's the thing they really want to bang and rape or whatever. So they're like,
Holy
dude,
shit.
you are doing that in there. You're hogging them. We want that. And he's like, no. And then he's telling the angels, he's like, these people are crazy. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
And then the angels are like, they're not that bad. They're okay. Come on. And he's like, no, they're insane. Watch this. I'll offer them my daughters. You'll see what they won't even take my daughters. They want you guys.
Yeah.
That's like what it would be more like that. Maybe.
That is actually quite depraved. I didn't know those were the details.
Don't those
Wanna-
daughters
Fuck a
then
daughter.
grape
Or he
Lot
offered.
later?
Yeah.
To make a
They're
whole
talking
new
about that in
town.
the
You-
chat.
They're gonna
What
make
is?
a whole
I
new
need
town,
to.
you know?
Yeah.
I need to read the Bible apparently because this shit's wild.
It gets really boring during the Moses bits. It's kind of a-
Okay.
it's kind of a filter.
Need
There
more
you go.
exorcism.
No, I mean,
do
I'm
have
not
a
seeing
face.
it. I'm flicking through.
Yeah, I guess in Genesis 19.
I mean,
It can't be everything in that action Bible. Who's the artist on that? Met him. At
Sergio Calerello.
yeah, I met him at Tampa.
This
He was
guy.
at Tampa. Sergio.
I'm sure it sounds like you pronounced that
Carleo.
name completely right.
Carleo. Not
Carleo.
Tampa.
Yeah, Tampa.
Not Tampa.
The greatest monolith of internet comics.
the end of the world as we know it. Tampa Bay, Florida.
Yeah, it was Exodus Cariello.
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 There we go. I pronounced it right first time. Yeah, sorry, Edwin, it's not split up. The contents isn't split up like that, but yes.
Also, I finished. I don't know if I mentioned this last week. I probably did, but I finished this. Speaking of the Bible, the size of
Yeah,
the
the
Bible.
real Bible over here.
I finished book 3 of the deluxe Trigun series, and I'm ready for the next one, which comes out in a couple weeks. I need to buy that so I can get it in a couple weeks and then read the hell out of it. Super fun. Highly recommend it. I'm going to be making more YouTube shorts on it.
So you read all that and it didn't even finish the story?
No, dude. I mean, I read all of these and it didn't finish the story.
But some kind of story was finished at some point, and then another one began, of course.
Yeah. So they're serialized stories like comic books, right? Like American comic books, serialized in the magazine.
Except good.
Does it go past the anime at some
Yes,
point?
yes, definitely. So the anime started in like 98 and it was only 26 episodes, and this ran for 10 years. So
Okay.
he finished this in 2007. So there's a lot of stuff that some things are different about characters and a lot more story. So I'd recommend it. Highly recommend it. Very fun.
Camel's here to see me fail at hosting the show because of have no preparation. Camel, creator of
Hello.
the most pre-prepped show. In
Yes.
the scene.
Yeah, Camel
Yes, yes,
runs the
A
best.
tight ship?
Yeah, the best late night show on YouTube. But here's the thing: he only does it twice a year. So I mean, does it really count?
If ever again. Each episode is the last episode, right?
That's right. Bring it back, Camel.
Yeah, so this is the show where we totally have a pre-made presentation, or at least a topic every single
Sometimes.
week.
Yeah, we're
Sometimes we get
definitely still doing that, guys, right?
We'll get back to the presentations.
We
Like,
Will we?
We need like
There's
evolution.
an ebb and flow.
Like the show has been running for 77 episodes. It's been evolving. It's in like a free flow state right now. But we'll get back
It's
to the
in
presentation.
liquidation. We're in
Part of
liquidation.
it
In
is-
liquidation.
It's becoming a little bit harder to think of stuff to talk about, which it feels like this would happen eventually, you would imagine. But we went a long
Yeah.
time where there's tons to talk about. But now it's like, let's do one on like bad guys. Like, I think we've done that. Done one on whatever.
I think it's okay to revisit subjects or maybe just do more relaxed shows. Like, I think people do enjoy more free flow discussion, just what have you been working on this week? And we're all creating stuff, so we have things to talk about, and eventually we can circle back around and revisit subjects because we'll have something new to say.
Well, speaking of revisiting old crap, I have basically tried to break down like all of the Creative Block stuff into like bite-sized chunks to do shorts of.
Ooh,
You're a
awesome.
crazy
I was just
person.
talking about that today. The shorts and stuff and clips.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bancroft's
So
back on
this
it,
is
so now we
this
all have to
episode
copy
is
it.
the flashback episode.
Yeah, this is the regurgitation. Although, we do have something new, which is technically something old, and this is Narwhal saving our ass.
Yeah, and this isn't even the main thing that I would want to talk about. But this came up, and it is like something that a lot of people cited as like, this is proof of the downfall of modern society and art. And I'm like, I kind of like it. Like, I don't know how you guys.
Oh no!
Yeah, this is horrible.
Of course Narwhal will like this. I hate modern art, but to each their own.
Anything
There are-
banana related. I think I'm half banana. I'm half.
Oh,
There
that's
are
fine. You
layers.
just like
There are-
bananas.
There's layers to this banana. Layer the first. Narwhal on white mode on Twitter. Do you
Yeah,
hate
what is
yourself?
this blasphemy? My eyes are
That's the
It's in
burning.
the browser. I don't even know how to change it. I think it's on dark on my phone, but yeah.
You can change it through Twitter in the settings. Little 3 dots.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very easy.
I have
So-
everything
Even
set to black mode.
StreamYards has that too. I don't think I could do it right now though, because I'm not my browser thing.
I saw someone say they're like the punk like shit art or whatever for ironic reasons. One of the first of that is Duchamp doing the upside down urinal in the Louvre. Do you guys remember reading about that ever? In
No.
like 1923 or something like that.
Oh,
Phil,
really?
you've not seen the urinal?
No. There's been a lot
Marcel
of.
Duchamp. Yeah.
Wait, what urinal are we talking about? There's been a lot of urinal talk lately.
We're talking about the urinal.
I don't think we're talking about the same urinal.
Look.
Yeah.
the
So this is it.
No,
Can we
what
get
is
can we get
that?
a year on it too? Like what year was it? It was like 1923 or something like that.
No, I don't know. I can look it up. 1917. There we go.
Okay. But yeah, so Duchamp, he was actually a good artist, I think. So that it makes it a little different because you kind of wonder, like, it's funnier if like a really good artist just puts a banana on a wall. That's like kind of funny. But maybe it's funny if you're a shit artist who does it too. But a lot of people are saying like, okay, it was cool once, but it's not cool anymore. But some people would say it was never cool. Like even the Duchamp. Honestly, I think the Duchamp thing's pretty sick. It's pretty hilarious and cool, and it kind of looks cool. It's kind of weird. It's
Yeah,
like
but
kinda
isn't the
good art.
Duchamp thing just Dadaism, which is basically like doing stupid stuff for the sake of it because fuck you?
Oh, like
yeah, but
Dada? Talk about
yeah,
Dada?
but it might have been like even like before that, like it started Dada. Like Dada came second, and they're like, oh, it's kind of like Duchamp. He did that one thing, and they're like, no, we're our own thing. We're the crazy ones, not him. And he's like, yeah, he just felt like putting a urinal upside down or whatever.
If you guys like Dada, in Grant Morrison's Doom Patrol run, there's a group of villains called the Brotherhood of Dada, and they're just like nonsensical, weird, artisty, psychedelic villains. It's pretty.
Yeah.
It's a good run. I love that Doom Patrol run. Connect it back to comics.
Yeah.
Always thinking, Phil.
Slim Crow
Always on your
says
toes.
he used to tape a banana on the wall just out of my reach and laugh at me jumping to try and get it. Is what your dad? Are you a little monkey or something? That's funny though.
See the monkey from Futurama with the little hat that makes
Oh,
you
yeah.
smart?
He talks.
See, that makes it like not. That's what's funny. If you do that, it's like not art anymore. It's like a practical joke on a child. But there's not that much difference between that and this. Maybe they're the same.
Well,
This is like College 101 art discussion.
hello, Quantum Age Comics. They are sharing that I will be on his channel this Saturday to promote Connell. You know, that comic you're all buying right now. So yeah, I thought I'd cut in and say
Oh,
that.
cool.
But this gets why did you, for one, why did you bring this up? Because there's the photo of the guy eating it. Is that what you're trying to segue into or not?
No,
just that it
I didn't know if
costs
a guy ate it. That's kind of funny too. And you know what else is weird? Well, so this is my question though. So if it's multiple choice of like, I hate Duchamp's upside down toilet, and I hate the banana. I hate all modern art kind of thing. Or I liked the upside down toilet when they first did it. It was kind of cool, but I hate the banana. Or I like them both. I guess is like the three options. So would you guys choose one of those? I'd just be curious.
I hate the banana.
Yeah, I just don't like bananas anyway. I think they
Yeah.
taste horrible. It's like putting a dick in your mouth. I don't know why men would ever try to even attempt the banana.
That's
Well,
that's part of why it's art. Maybe is playing into that preconceived
Well, I w-
notions.
I would say the banana's worse than the urinal because the urinal had to be manufactured by someone, even if it wasn't the artist. And even if it wasn't the artist, he had to lug that thing around, right? This banana, this guy is the easiest thing. You just needed tape and a banana.
But it was made by God. What about that?
So he's
Everything
taking-
is made by God, though. So you
taking
could
credit
tape
for it?
anything to a gallery, and then it's like, ooh, wow, look at the majesty of it.
Right,
Like,
there's-
I
there's-
think a urinal, even though I hate all this woo-woo modern art stuff, just in general, the urinal seems like, well, maybe there was some more thought put into it, because it's it's more expressive, like you use it for something. What is a banana supposed to express? There's nothing controversial, nothing interesting about it. It's just
kind of
food.
Yeah, it's random
Normal
in a little
food.
more annoying way. Like the combination of duct tape. Like, why is there duct tape? You want to look into that? Or
It's just incredibly mundane.
Wait,
I
Nail's
think
right.
this. Go on.
Modern bananas are man-made abominations. They're genetically
oh yeah.
man-made.
But we are made by God, therefore everything we make is by proxy made by God.
Correct, yeah.
Therefore, God
This is-
invented robots and the little dog with the radar on it that tells people to get their injections updated in China walks around. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
That's
Just
some
the
creepy
fact that,
shit.
that we can talk this much about it is already a point in its favor, slightly, I think. But
No,
so
no,
what
no,
about
you see-
this? What's it called if you're like an activist for global warming? They walk up and they super glue their hand to the banana.
Yeah,
or-
that's called a shithead. Is that what it's called? That sounds.
Well, there was a guy, he grabbed and ate the banana. That is so like
Yeah.
that's like art too, kind of.
Well, this would be like anti-art, right? It's like an anti-joke or meta art or meta joke, you know?
Sounds
Yeah,
like a
it's done
publicity
with art.
stunt, and the reason we're talking about it is because somebody paid whoever people they knew to talk about it, make a big deal out of it. So now we're still talking about it, and it's completely pointless and mundane, and there's no actual thought or meaning behind it, which is why
Yeah.
we should not be falling for it. It's
been
nothing.
duped.
I'll tell you all exactly what it is. This is money laundering. These modern artists are hitmen who work and kill people, just like what happened this week. That was probably a guy who made another piece like this. Oh, do you want to get paid millions for a hit, for an assassination? Oh, don't worry. I'm secretly an artist. I taped a banana to the wall. Give me my 6.2 million for the hit. It's all money laundering.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool. Why has someone
think-
done that yet? Where like there's a hitman that just doubles as a famous artist?
I think you might be onto something.
There has to be at least one hitman that was paid by doing a bullshit modern art piece where he like threw a bucket on like the floor or something and was like, that is $10 million, and like he just got like bumped off some CEO or something.
Like
Yeah.
ooh, look at this blank piece of canvas that's just painted with white paint and nothing else, and like shit that Hunter Biden's
Hunter
paintings and
Biden?
stuff. Hunter Biden, yes, that kind of stuff. 100%, it has to be money laundering. But this, I didn't bring up money laundering because it's not. It's not even art. It's just a banana. Like, who is actually paying money for this? Wait, somebody actually. You know what? Never mind. It actually probably is money laundering because someone did pay money for it. I don't know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I hate all of it. It's so stupid. This is rich people with too much money to throw around.
But is this
So
is this like so dumb that it's smart? Maybe. That's
No.
No, it's just dumb.
No, it isn't.
No, it's not.
What do you think about like Banksy stuff, right? Banksy, didn't he have that piece of like his painting that was up at auction that when it sold for auction, there was a shredder built into the painting frame and it shredded itself?
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Banksy's done some cool stuff.
And he can actually draw good, it seems like, whatever.
Yeah, that's actually effort put into expressing an idea.
But his stuff is sort of insufferable with, like, the celebrity. Like, he'll throw a show. I think he threw a show and he had a live elephant in the museum. And then, like, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie went to the show, saw the elephant. It's like, this is all cringe a little bit.
Oh,
I heard he's become cringe over the years.
Or
Yeah.
Banksy. Well, you know, I mean, it would be really hard not to get up your own arse eventually if you're Banksy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like
Suppose.
I think for certain levels of fame, like it's like the pain bucks from Dune, like whether or not you'll get up your own arse or something if you
Yeah.
get so famous. It's
Right,
like,
that's true.
Can you
I'm
instead?
glad-
But
I'm
Go
glad
ahead.
you brought this up, Jake. This is like kind of funny art almost, if you treat it that way, like someone eating it.
he was hungry.
yeah, apparently a student ate it.
He out Dada'd the Dada.
Now,
Check and mate.
But there is an extra layer of truth to this outdoddering of the Dadaist. It is so in that particular installation, the banana is replaced on a daily basis.
No, is that true?
Yeah.
There is
Because
no
otherwise
the,
it would rot. And fall.
Yeah, there's no the banana. There is actually, there's no banana. Like the banana is a lie. It's
So he goes back
replaced-
and then the bananas it like rejuvenates the next day. It's like what's that movie? It's like the Truman Show or something.
Oh, it'd be like one of the Titans, right? Who's chained to the rock, and the bird
Yeah,
eats
yeah.
his liver
I
every
eat the banana
day,
every day, and every day I
night
come
it
back and it's
regenerates.
still there.
Who was
This is
that?
modern art. I can't
Sisyphus
out Dada
or-
the Dada.
I'm
Sounds
trying
like
to
a
see if
nightmare.
In this article, it brings up that it gets replaced on a daily basis.
That's
or if I
funny.
just got like
It's Prometheus.
misinformation on Twitter.
No, I believe you, because otherwise it would rot. I was like, maybe it was plastic, whatever.
They should just let it rot.
The different
Let
pictures
it
of it, it's
rot.
at different points. There's like different brownness on different skins.
Yeah, like look, is this a different banana than this one? Well, this is
Yeah.
the fresh one.
That one's for sure.
This looks like a chosen banana. Like these are some choice pockmarks. This is an artistic banana. This one down here looks like they just went to the supermarket as quickly as they could, and they got
Yeah.
a smooth, fresh off the boat banana.
They're like,
You
some
know-
guy ate it. We need another banana stat. All right, I'll get it.
What this really is a great duct tape commercial because that duct tape keeps a banana there all day, every day.
Yeah, I think
This
it
is some
makes me like
effective
duct tape, too.
product.
Yeah.
Yeah, Camel says he spent some time in New York City's fine arts scene
Yep.
SEEN, in the 2010s, and it's all a grift. It's truly rich assholes who don't want jobs, rent out lofts to do splatter art. Splatter art? Who would do that?
I've seen
I
too many
like-
pictures
The
of
lowest of
camel
the
and
low.
turtlenecks.
So I went to art school and I was a comics and animation major, right? Because I don't like making money. But you know who likes making money even less? Well, it depends. It's the fine arts, not just fine art, but modern art people. Like I took a couple of classes with people that were really into that stuff, and I could not stand it because it was all about what I subjectively feel, and instead of actually producing something that other people can react to and other people can be evoked a feeling out of, like, well, it's not about evoking anything or actually an interaction. It's all about being up your own ass and I feel this way about this drawing, and it was very narcissistic to me, and that's why I hate modern art, because it's not about merit or expressing anything.
Right. Yeah,
to me.
I think that a lot of the people that get into that probably come from money, so they don't have to please other people, right? They're trying to please themselves and
That's what I've seen,
express
yeah.
this deep thing, so they're not beholden to a paycheck and get a bunch of notes on a piece that they're working on and have to fix everything because
Yeah.
that's just how they've been raised their whole lives. So they have the, privilege
what?
to do that.
You know what confuses me a little bit about it is like, I agree with everything you guys are saying, and so someone might come along then and be like, man, they're all narcissists. I'm just gonna duct tape a banana to the wall. Like, fuck these people.
Right. I mean,
If that's actually what happened, that would be great. If
It's
they
like an
were
easy
taking the
scene.
shit out of it.
yeah, I could see
And that I think that's a little bit of it. But then yeah, it's like, are they also a narcissist? Yes.
This is-
If they're taking the piss out of narcissist, I'm okay with it. Good.
Yeah.
It's the
Uh,
Napa babies.
Edwin brings up a good point. All of the themes tonight have been related in some way to sodomy.
Wait, why comment?
It's
Well-
a stretch.
comment that he
It's a
said.
stretch
Where
to
did-
put a banana in
He
duct
said,
tape, but it's a little bit more. I can see it.
This
At
banana
10:13.
is in
Oh my.
bondage.
Circling
This is
around back
banana
to
in
sodomy
bondage.
theme.
Yeah.
Sodom
Can I?
and banana.
Hold on,
J-
I found this.
Okay.
This circles back to Doom Patrol
Oh, yeah, nice.
and Alan Moore and Simon Bisley cover.
As drawn by Simon Bisley.
Love your theme.
Very nice.
Phil, I read that cancellation special.
Oh yeah, you got the Lobo cancellation special. What did you think?
Yeah, suck balls.
You have fun? Oh, yeah.
It was just Lobo standing around talking out to a bunch of aliens and nothing happens for 8
You didn't get any laughs? What do you mean? He fights that freaking bug-eyed guy that can control his mind. That was awesome.
I'll go get it. But half the book he just stands around talking.
That's what's funny about it.
It's not funny.
Oh my god. These Brits and their humor. Sorry they weren't running around clinking coconuts together, Jake.
Yeah, that's the only type of humor. Did I get that? I got that one, but I didn't even read it. I just bought it for the art. Yeah, the
ours-
cancellation
Was insulting
special.
me for my British
Spectacular.
comedic heritage. He was making
Yes.
a Monty Python reference. Let me see.
He did, Henry.
Uh,
the art,
yeah.
Jake.
Okay. Yeah, look, I'll bring it up. The art is beautiful in this thing. Like, honestly, the art is very amazing, wonderful, beautifully
And
rendered.
it's super.
Yeah.
It's not even a black label thing, and there's so much gore and blood in it. Like, look at that. He's
Phil.
ripping people's eyes out with a freaking corkscrew.
The camera is the same height in every single shot that happens in this book. There's never an angle change. It's always like an even shot. There's never any looking up or looking down. It's always like from shoulder.
There's no like
height.
crazy perspectives.
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
that
look,
a bad thing or a good thing? It could go either way. Probably bad.
Well, it
I
just
guess.
felt like I was looking at a very similar panel over and over again.
Oh yeah.
I would say, yeah, it has more traditional storytelling than like a modern or 90s feel. Like, he does really good sequential panels that are uniform, it's organized.
A very uniform book, but the art is beautifully rendered. You cannot deny it's beautiful.
Real quick, Sark in the chat. He says Duchamp did this as a joke to illustrate how ridiculous it was. Now we're supposed to take this seriously. It's insane. Yeah, because I know Sark came in after we did talk a little bit about Duchamp earlier, Sark, and that's one of the options. Is like you can kind of like that, but not like this, or you can like them both, which is potentially weird, but that might be me, or you can hate them both. And it's just curious to know yourself, how you feel about this stuff.
I think they're all inevitable permutations of the human condition. As soon as someone introduces an idea, everyone, the rest of the people explore the spectrum, and instead of innovating, they just push a little bit in a tiny direction of what someone else did. Be an
Yeah.
innovator. Be a true innovator.
I guess now after this conversation, I kind of like it more because you don't know the context and intent behind it. Because, I mean, maybe it's out there, but I've never seen the person who did this know their intent. And I hope that the person has never said their intent. Because I like to think it's more of a rebel against the fine art scene. But
Well, the fact that
I think that's
we can't understand the intent from the art itself, I think that's a failure on the part of the artist, because the whole idea of art, I think, is to convey your intent and some kind of expression. And it's not even about art style. It's not like, oh, only this kind of style is real art. It's just express something and communicate it clearly. And the fact that we have to guess what this might be, that is not art to me.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Sure, definitely. But it's like it could be like Jake, that Simpsons episode where Homer made the art sculpture, and it was all an accident and dumb, and that whole scene bought into it. It could
You
very
mean
well
Le
be
Grill?
that same plot.
Yeah, that is funny. That happens.
When did Homer do a sculpture? Is that like Homer?
He was putting together.
You
a
don't
grill.
know the
Remember, he was
Simpsons
putting
reference?
together-
So it was Le Grill.
You out Simpsoned Jake?
I know!
asked,
What's
was it-
happening?
I asked, was it Le Grill? And Phil didn't
Yes.
react.
I didn't hear you. That was probably. But yeah, it was the grill one.
You know what? Those people like we laugh at them. That we're like, haha, the Simpsons made fun of them. They're like, jokes on you. It's all money laundering. You guys won't even know.
Yeah, you should see how many people I fucking killed for that banana money.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Can I show you the real thing I wanted to share? You guys ready to
Yes,
move on?
yes, definitely. I'm very grateful that we got 20 minutes out of the book.
Yeah, almost too much.
Well done.
And this can be kind of fast too, but so it's a tweet. It's Pauline Kalebot, but she's a critic. She's dead now, but it'll give you these quotes. So she
I
says,
didn't even know she was sick.
yeah,
What?
yeah, she died. Sorry.
Aww.
But it says It says the bottom can also be funny in a different way from any other place, as Samuel Beckett recognized, because of the insane freedom of total losers. And she wrote that in 1971. And then I said, that's my aesthetic. And that's a Tarantino reference, which I want to show you guys the Tarantino reference now for full context. And then you guys will start to get where I'm going with this. But so I think the audio can, if I hit play, can you hear this?
No.
No.
Okay, I'm going to reshare the audio stuff. So
We
Is
could
that
just-
insurance
we
guy
could
getting
just-
shot?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Sam
yeah.
Hyde. The Sam Hyde.
That
treatment
movie's
CEO.
Band of Outsiders by Godard. It's a great movie.
We should just dub it. I'll do the gunshot. You can. Someone else can be the guy that says, "Oh, owie."
Jake, what do you think of my shirt?
Is that an original or a parody?
What do you mean?
Oh, of course it's a parody. Is that Pee Wee Herman on his little bike?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, are you ready?
Homages are worse than the banana Phil.
Homages.
Next time you'll
I
be
agree.
watching. You'll be wearing an Adventure Time mashup shirt with Zelda Link to the Past or whatever.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Was for a Band of Outsiders. She said it was as if a bunch of movie-mad young French boys had taken a banal American crime novel and translated the poetry that they had read between the lines. It was like, that is my aesthetic, right there. That's what I hope I can do.
So that's it, but it's kind of fun, I think. So I'm gonna go back to this, and then there was CM Spalek had a good comment. Or did you say something, Jake?
It's gonna echo if anyone else talks.
Oh, okay. Shit, I gotta switch back. Okay.
Hello.
Free
Oh, I didn't echo.
window.
You made it, Phil.
Okay. One more time.
We're safe.
So CM Spalek, he says, in an essay on comics books, Jules Pfeiffer said that comics are like the drunk at a funeral. Their very presence is a disgrace, so they are free to voice things other people can't say out loud. So, and that's a little bit of like, that totally ties to this first thing of the freedom of being a total loser. And I don't know how much you guys like relate to that, but also this is a separate thing is like, do you even agree with this statement that this critic would say? Because it's kind of romanticized. Like, I like the idea too, but then when I was thinking about it, I'm like, I don't know if I've read that many comics that are like, oh my God, it's so pushing the envelope because it can. Because
Well,
comics.
I think this quote is actually talking about comedians as comics and is using the word comics. So
It says comic books. Oh.
no, it just says comics. So
Oh, the comics.
Oh,
essay
yeah.
on comic books, Jules said comics. Well, I guess if it's an essay on comic books, but in my mind, when I heard you read that, it fits more with comedians because everybody says comedians are telling the truth, and the harsh
Yeah.
truth with levity. But I mean, I guess that works with comic books. But like you said, Pear, there's not a bunch of very strikingly edgy stuff unless you're looking in like the indie stuff from the 70s and 80s. Definitely not today. Comic books are not saying, being kind of like outspoken and that. Not
I
from the
thought it
mainstream,
was.
though.
I thought it was referring to like comic books that are an inherently degenerate art form. So like, do what you want and stop worrying about it. Just do
Yeah.
whatever you fucking
Well, and
want.
your
No one's
book
paying
kinda
attention
fits-
anyway.
Your book fits
Like-
in that a little bit.
Yeah.
This is so one thing this kind of applies to also is like it's like a theme, but it's like a theme for your body of work for your whole life rather than one story. And I don't know if, like that's a question. Like, do you guys think about that at all? I could look at your guys' stuff and see things that might apply there. But yeah, what do you guys think?
What was the question?
It's like there's a theme, like this question of like Tarantino says his aesthetic.
Oh, okay.
And,
Right.
and Pauline Kael, the thing to put it in words is freaking hard. That's the thing, and the fact that she has done it multiple times, put with these little snippets, and that it can inspire an artist. Be like, ooh, that like I definitely think that's awesome, and I've been messing with that myself or whatever. Is there anything like that for your guys' work?
I don't know. I don't think there's. It's hard to put your finger on like one thing that would be a theme of your creative work. You know,
Through like everything, yeah.
right? But well, yeah, especially if you're someone that is creating multiple things.
I
and
mean,
you know,
I do. My theme's always been I do what I want.
I can kind
You
of
know what I
see
mean?
it in Jake's stuff a little bit. It has some of that, the what we were talking about of the pushing a little bit of boundaries, being kind
It's
of
almost
free.
embarrassing how I can't do anything serious.
Yeah.
No, all of it is like, well, fuck you, how about I do this? Like, probably to my own detriment at some points, but can't help
I'm way
it.
too serious. Let me out of it.
How about you, Noel?
Yeah, when I was kind of serious when I was like, that's my aesthetic, and then I was like, okay, what fits? Like, Spaceman actually kind of fits in Earthbound. Like, he's written like total freedom loser. Although you might not say he's a loser because he's like kind of cool, but he's a loser in that he starts as a slave and can't do anything. But he is, the fact he's a wild card because of that is like what the whole book is having fun with, a big part of it. And so I'm like, I have been attracted to that for a long time, and that's like what Percival is about too. But within that, there was one other thing I thought that kind of came up with, is that, and it kind of came up with the with the banana thing. But I like stuff when it goes, if it goes so far to an extreme that it just circles back around and becomes the opposite of what it's supposed to be. That, like, if you're so hipster that you just become a redneck, like an unironic redneck.
yeah,
Because you accidentally went too far down hipsterdom and circled back. Like, that shit always makes that like makes my eyes light up. And there's examples everywhere. It came up with the banana. It was like that, because the banana, the idea that it's trying to like be Dada, you know, like to make fun of art, but then some guy just walked up and ate it. That is making fun of art 10 times more than that piece of shit art could have ever made fun of
Sure.
art. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So like that
Yes,
was
and-
like super hilarious.
I think for me, it's like I'm trying to. It's like chasing the dragon and everything I do, and we've talked about this on past episodes. Like, I'm trying to replicate a moment, a feeling of a moment that gave me chills from other stories, because those things made me want to create in order to help to motivate people that read my stuff to create, you know? Like,
Yeah.
I remember.
trying
Go
to.
on. I know. I remember we talked about that. That was the chasing the dragon thing, right? Like, part of
Right.
creating is chasing your own dragon, and you're trying to recreate that feeling in a way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's like, if I had one reoccurring thing, and it's not obvious to anyone, probably it's just a personal thing where it's like, I'm in my stories, I'm trying to hit a moment that inspires people
Yeah.
to fall in love with stories.
And you know what's interesting about that is the focus on like a moment even is kind of interesting. But that definitely applies. That's like something that Pauline Kael could say, what you just said almost is, and it could be like your aesthetic.
Sure.
And but yeah, I like the idea that it's that you're zooming in to moments rather than, yeah, I guess even if someone was like, yeah, I just want to tell a really awesome story or whatever, you're like, okay, cool. But someone's like, no, I want to set up a perfect moment in a story to give someone chills and
Yeah.
get and hook them, you know. Like when Jack slips off the door in Titanic. Just kidding.
And she totally could have saved
Or
him,
am I?
bitch.
Maybe I'm not kidding. I don't know.
Effing bitch. She could have saved that guy, and then what?
There was
She
enough
comes back
room.
years later.
Yeah.
Bitches about him, gets a bunch of other people to.
That movie's too
Yeah.
long.
That was some stand-up joke. It's like if Jack survived, she'd be like, oh, Jack, we can finally get married now. And he's like, oh, yeah, see about that. I kind of thought the whole thing was just like a little fling, on a ship,
Yeah. But her version is coming back years later.
Yeah.
You know what? This is kind of the what do we aim to do? FKA 322 says he'd like to see Jake do drama and Rini do a comedy to challenge yourselves. Here's the thing about the comedy stuff in the stuff I do. It's actually all set up for really pull the rug from under you dramatic moments, and whether they succeed or not, I can just pretend that I didn't try and do them. Because
If they don't land, you just ignore that you planned it.
If I try and build up to like Phil to do that one big dramatic moment where like you've been tricked, you thought it was a comedy and now you're crying, but if I don't nail it, I can just pretend I didn't mean to do it and it was supposed to be a straight comedy the whole time.
So I literally have a note on one of my Fiendish note files, I have like a million note files on my phone, just like to remind myself of stuff and story ideas. But one of them is add more levity or something like add more jokes. Like I have to put in an effort to put in some more levity. But I think the actual problem that I've been trying to get better at isn't just, put more jokes in there because Fiendish isn't a comedy. I'm okay with it not being a comedy. I think just having more entertaining dialogue and more characterization, that's entertaining, right? That's like pizzazz. I was talking to, I think I mentioned it before, Mike Barron once, and he was talking about how stories should have pizzazz. And I think once you get past the plot and the world building stuff, which comes more easily to me, adding that pizzazz is what I want to improve on. And comedy is one way of doing that, but it's not the only way. You can create that surface level, really entertaining dressing to how you present the story in a different way. But yeah, writing jokes is like pulling teeth for me. It's really hard, actually.
With both of those, it does make you, like, it would be cringe if it's not funny, I guess, but in a good way, like where you're putting yourself out there. For if anyone's going outside of their comfort zone, like it could still be maybe I'm romanticizing this, but I feel like it would still be good art even if it's not funny, or like in Jake's case, even if it's not, if the drama doesn't land, just the fact that he tried so hard would mean a lot, I think. Which you are doing, like in some way we got to all set ourselves up to have totally cringe like reactions, then you're like onto something kind of.
We could just commit to the bit. As long as you're committing to the bit, it's art. Like,
yeah. It's okay if you fail as long as you're like trying really, really hard. But with your own self-respect.
Yeah, man, it's weird with comedy because, like, I mean, Connell, which you can get now at connellcomic.com. Go back it. Let's get another back it tonight. Woo! You draw it out the first time and it's funny, but like after drawing the layouts and then drawing the pencils, then inking it, then lettering it, it's like it's even you have to just accept that past you might have been funny, you know. Like, even though you're not laughing anymore.
I ended up
go on.
Some jokes where you can change them out. Some you can't; they have to be there. But the ones you can change out, I'll sometimes like change them because it's been too long, and so like I'm lettering, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll go with the new one or whatever.
You could be changing out just for the new one. The old one could be better. You just don't laugh at it anymore because you've seen it a million times.
You know it. You know the punchline.
I'm in a point where I'm not switching any of them. I'm like, no, this was funny at some point. I'm just gonna let past me take the wheel and draw whatever they put down.
That's a common thing to come across, and not just with comedy. I've had this issue where, then, like, let me know if you guys have the same problem where you're working on your story and then you consume some new media and it's really awesome and you get really into it, and then you start feeling like, well, you reflect on your own story and think, well, maybe I should add something from this other media, or you're just working on, say, I've been working on Fiendish for a really long time, and sometimes I'm so in the weeds, it's normal to me, and I don't see what's good about it or even what's bad about it, and I want to change stuff as I go, but then I've made changes where I ended up getting rid of really good stuff. You just get so close to it, you can't be objective about it anymore, and I think that's a very common thing. So I'm kind of trying to just make up my mind, and well, this is the original plot and stick with it, and it's better to commit.
Yeah, I think what helps me with what you're talking about, Irene, is having multiple things to work on. Like maybe taking a break from writing one story, going on to one that's in a different genre, and filling your mind with that, and coming back to it. That's helped me. Jumping from my different stories back and forth. Like if I feel like I need a break and it might seem like it's not as in like that honeymoon stage of a story and you're really excited about it, stepping back and then coming back to it later to reinvigorate yourself with that helps.
That sounds like something very nice that writers can do, because writing doesn't take forever. And working on one project isn't all consuming like it is for artists.
I mean, well, there is something to it where you could just take breaks and write a thing. Like, even as we've got to draw all the time, and it's like constant. Like, I haven't been able to post any artwork to Twitter because I'm just happen to be in like a part of the story where there's a reveal and I don't want to spoil stuff for people that get it. And like, so I can't post anything. Because you can't draw it. At least if you were to, but you kind of do have time to take a break and write sometimes, maybe, or at least go and lie down and imagine a different story for like an hour, like daydream style. You won't have to draw it, but you could have fun thinking of the structure.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like just playing with structure as a toy, especially like on a plane ride or something.
Yeah, just taking a break and thinking and daydreaming is nice.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think it does help the process. We do kind of need those moments.
So I hogged that one that Pauline Kael said. She said the ultimate freedom of total losers. But I feel like that doesn't need to like just apply to me. I feel like anyone who reads that is like, I'm sure there might be characters in any of your guys' stories, but it is just that feeling when you're like, oh, this character can do anything, and how fun that is to write when you have that in your story. Do you guys relate to that at all? Or?
In a way, I do. So, like, I had someone tell me when they were reading the Connell that they would rather follow any character but Connell because all of them were more interesting than the main character. And it's like,
that's great.
Okay, you have a main character that's driving you through this world to constantly bump into new characters that are supposed to be interesting. But, like, those other characters, they don't have to be in the story forever, so they can come in and out when they don't work, meaning they can be interesting and have their own bubble stories that don't have to like live forever for the whole arc. You know what I mean?
That is cool.
Slugzy the traitor, he can come in, he can be like a scumbag, and then he can leave. Like, he doesn't have to power the plot of like an emotional arc or whatever. So yeah, when it comes to side characters, I do.
Well, that's the great thing about how your story is structured. It's like, a serialized television show or, event of the month series. And that's why those are so popular on TV. It's because you have your mainstay characters that aren't constantly changing. They may have a very long arc where they change over time. That's why Hellboy was so good, is because you have Hellboy and then all these crazy characters he interacts with, either at the BPRD or the villains and monsters he has to take down. It's like that wandering hero type template,
Well, okay. Actually, I can bring this up, and it's basically episodic versus serialized. Because, look, we're going through a big popular period of manga right now. pretty much all manga is serialized, and I think what keeps people buying the stuff is because there is the typical structure, and then there's a twist, and then there's reflection. You know what I mean? And there are arcs, and you do have to keep reading, and it is like a constant reframe at the end of each chapter. I think that's a big thing that's powering the success. Now, Space Dandy, one of my favorite animes that Phil, you should totally still watch because you're pretty much Space Dandy. They try to do something super episodic to cater to the West, and like it wasn't as popular as they thought it would be.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, so I think episodic can be super. Look, I love Simpsons and Futurama, mega episodic, right? I think episodic can be successful if you can get enough episodes out that someone can like sit there and be like, love the characters and consume a bunch of episodes at once. But if, say in our space, if people are going to be waiting multiple years for like the next issue, if you were to do episodic, you're kind of allowing the audience to stop caring after one story. Like I kind of think for us with the stuff that we're making, we have to have serialized elements and plot threads. Otherwise, we're not going to keep people hooked over the time it takes for us as these single creators to create these like 60 page books per year, per 2 years. But
You can have a story. Oh, go ahead.
Well, just one time, I forget which book it was. Oh, it was starting Grand Prix. I was like, you don't need to read Earthbound to enjoy Grand Prix. And I said that, and someone in the chat's like, well, I'm not buying it then.
Yeah, that creates a sense of, well, people kind of want to get into a world that matters, I think. And what I remember is one of my favorite animes is Mushishi, and it seems very episodic, but if you look at for example, the first season overall, there is a very light arc, or it does build up to a finale. There's an episode that can only be the finale, and sure, within every episode it's self-contained, but the seasons change chronologically. You can tell there is light development and recurring characters still, even though every episode is one problem solved within itself. So you still need that connecting tissue because people want to feel like it matters.
yeah, I don't know where that sentiment of like, you don't have to read X to read Y, like, originated from, because it does make sense, that guy saying, well, I don't want to buy it. It's like, no, how about everything you make in a series is important? Like, you gotta read it all or else you're not gonna get it, that kind of thing.
Marketing!
Like, make
You know what they'll say sometimes?
Yeah.
They'll say it's a good jumping on point. Maybe that's even a better way to put it.
That is-
Because, yeah,
yeah.
after
Oh,
that
yeah.
experience, I would say, I wouldn't say that anymore. Because it's not even that true. I'm like, you definitely should read Earthbound because it's the same characters and everything, but
Right.
it's like a new arc is starting, you know. But
It was kind of like with Fiendish 2.5, right? When we were at New York, the pitch for it was like, here are the first 2 books of like a 10-part series, and then the 2.5 is like the backstory, some of the backstory of the main character. Like, that's still important, right? That's not like saying, oh, it's a one-off thing, you can read this self-contained story, you don't have to read the others. It's like, no, this is important character lore. You must
It
read
is
this.
important. Right. I mean, it was very hard to sell at first for me because I was like, well, it is a standalone story, but how do I say this in a way where I'm not coming across like it's not important, because it is. Well, it's, just tell people it's the main character's backstory and it's a standalone story, but if you don't read it, you might not understand certain details. It enhances the main books a lot, and that was my intention with those side books. So I think if something is episodic, selling it as, well, you don't have to read all of it, but you definitely should, because then you get the full picture. That's a way more accurate way to present something.
Sure.
To revise the prologue, yes it is.
Well, I'll bring this up if it's related, because it kind of... So the numbering of these things obviously indicates this is 1 and 2, and they're all in an order, and you need to get 3 and 4. You know what I mean? Like, there's an important order. Now there's a trend, like Bancroft's doing it. Even the infamous Michael Bancroft.
The infamous.
There's the trend of naming the different installments just a name. Like his next one is Ember Crown. That's the next mainline one, and then you have like Fractured
Nice
Mind.
name.
Is the Amber Crown should be Amber Crown should be a beer brand inside the Lucent. He should have a
That's
beer.
a great name. Yeah.
I never heard
They
that. Is that when did he talk about this?
Well, it's a bit of a spoiler because it gets mentioned at the end of the book. I guess you haven't read it, Phil.
No, I did.
I read it, but I forget that now.
Hold on.
Yeah, his-
Sark
Oh,
said
Is that what
they
that
don't
ring
read
for?
prologues, interludes, addendums. I think that's obviously a joke. Well, you'll enjoy Fiendish then, because there's a lot of flashbacks, so you're gonna have to read all those prologues.
But yeah, like, what do you think of the named title, which you can still do if you number it, versus just numbering 1, 2, 3, 4? Because I think it's actually important to name things 1, 2, 3, 4, even if you have a subtitle,
Yeah.
because it like averts confusion, especially you have like a side series.
I'm on the train. I'm big on just clarity with titles. I think the shorter you can make a title, like balance it being short. Like, don't do isekai, like this is a full paragraph titles. I think that's just the weird thing that Japan does. But in general, short, concise, catchy, 1 or 2 words, something memorable, or a phrase that's memorable. Like, having an easy to remember, striking title is so important, and having numbers adds to the clarity. So everything is about presentation at that level is clarity. It's like a cover. You can't have it be muddy and too complicated. It needs to have focus. So I think you should number it. And by the way, for anyone who might be confused, 2.5 is a prologue, but it's a 0.5 because that's the reading order that I recommend reading it in. I think you should read 1 and 2 before reading 2.5, and 3 is meant to follow the information you learn from 2.5. And a lot of the 0.5 books in Fiendish are flashbacks, actually. So.
And you can get all those at fiendishcomic.com.
Yes, you can, indeed.
That's like how
Everything is available right here.
Lost
What
was
is that?
structured like that, kind of like intrigue and then flashbacks, revealing stuff a little bit as you go, painting the picture.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going for, because it is meant to be a mystery story.
Yeah, I like the numbers and subtitle.
Hey,
Um,
sorry, real quick with Lost, I watched a 3-minute video on YouTube, and they're like the ending of Lost. I don't know if they said explained even, but they just told you it, and it sounded awesome. So I was like, wait a minute, because I thought people were saying that Lost had a terrible ending, and they wrote themselves into a corner, didn't know what to do, had to end it in a terrible
everybody
way.
hates it.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But this video, the way they talked about it, they just said it. I'm like, that sounded great.
Well, what
little
was the
video said.
ending?
It just sounded like super awesome
They did-
symbology, spirituality, crazy.
I never watched Lost, but what I thought happened is like they went underground and like found secret bunkers under the island, and then they activated some like ancient device that like sucked the island into reality, and then things reset. Or did
Yeah,
I just make that up? Is that it?
Thought the ending is they're all dead, right? That's the thing. They're
Oh.
like limbo.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
in like some kind of soul
Lame.
dream.
That's like the
There's-
whole joke about Game of Thrones ending with, oh, it was all Bran's fever dream. None of it mattered.
Well,
What a
yeah,
terrible ending.
They said it's like there's a really bad guy that lives on the island and a really good guy that have been fighting for like a million years, and they both brought in their teams to kind of help them escape. And then by the end,
Oh.
they both die, and it's just humans left. And I think the good guy dies, the bad guy's still alive, so he's gonna escape. And then they do something to stop him, and then everyone dies, and then the guy goes to heaven, and he gets a little happy ending. But he stopped the bad guy. It was like what happened, something like that.
Fusion Tracks. Who knows if this is a legit question? They say, "Hi, what is this? Welcome to Creative Block. If you've just found this
Hi.
stream, then may God have mercy on your soul."
So, the Creative Blog is a rotating show amongst the 4 of us where we talk about storytelling, especially regarding comics. I hope you're not gone, because you should definitely stick around, because we
Say
talk about
bye-bye.
fun stuff.
Bye
He said
bye.
bye. We didn't answer.
He probably hates law.
No,
He
no.
was like, they're talking about this shitty show. I wish people would shut up about it.
It's the only time we've ever spoken about
We
it.
blew it. Oh no.
Come back, person who ran. We have 30. He was viewer 37
Nice.
on YouTube and
pretty good.
111 overall. So thank you to the definitely 111.
Someone came in and said, "Hi, what is this?" Bye bye.
Yeah,
We just talked about that,
We
Bear.
just talked about.
That's what we're talking about right now.
Oh my god.
That's you pulling a me. That's what I'm supposed to
He's
do.
lost.
I'm just recapping for
Yeah,
anyone
right.
who just got here.
He's
Yeah.
just summing it up for the next.
We can't have
few
it happen
intros.
twice. We don't want two people to come in and get
Good.
This is a
history.
show about modern art and bananas. Right, you got it. That's exactly it.
That's why he said bye bye.
Yeah.
Well, look, lo and behold,
Hey.
this we have a super chat from Angela Curry. Angela, have you backed Connell yet? Anyone else in the chat, have you backed Connell yet? Because we haven't had a backer this week, so you should head over. She says, Jake, are you an amber gambler? I learned this from a UK friend, Hale Blockheads. Do you guys know what an amber gambler is?
No.
The clue is in the emojis.
Oh, so you try to get across a light when it's yellow and before it turns red.
Oh.
The
That's a
yellow
funny
light and the-
name.
It's an amber gambler. You gamble with your life. You can either
For
get through the
legal
lights-
reasons, I never do that.
That's so weird. Why would they have a phrase for something so specific like that?
because it rhymes,
Wow.
Phil.
Amber Gambler.
Are you gonna gamble that
Kind
if
of
you
rhymes.
if you speed up, will you get through the light before it turns to a red? Angela, you know full well the answer is yes. I will gamble every single time. I have a death wish.
Well,
But you might kill a hedgehog though.
True.
aw, now he'll just be driving. He'll never drive over 5 miles an hour now.
No, I'm trying to compute the reality where when the lights change, it's a hedgehog that comes instead of other cars. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait,
What the fuck?
that's how you really enforce traffic laws. Cute
Put hedgehogs
animal.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I gotta catch up in the chat. Yeah, it was purgatory. So everyone was dead and lost the whole time.
I only learned that recently. I never watched the show. It was very popular when I was in middle school. Or
Is
Oh, was it
Jar
in
Jar
America?
Abrams what is the show? It happens every
producer?
week. No, is that a Friday night? Is that a Friday Night Tightsism? Do they call him Jar Jar Abrams?
oh,
Because we
Probably.
called George R. Martin Jar Jar Martin.
Jaw Jaw. I don't call him that.
I guess it's just me.
Do you like subtitles,
yeah.
Jake?
Yeah, as long as there's a number too. Don't
Yeah,
tell
I-
Bancroft though.
He is a regular gambler. No, so he's not doing a number?
He doesn't. No, it's not like Lucent 1, 2, and 3. It's just like Lucent Amber Amber Crown. You need to make a beer brand. But yeah, Painted Death, Fractured Mind.
That's true. Yeah, there's no number. Yeah, I did both. Here's a insider behind the curtain. All of the subtitles for Magic Cop are titles for songs that came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
Magic Cop 2 White Lines. And the first one
running through my mind.
Drop
And
Dead
all the
Lake.
while I think of you.
Minute.
I was singing the lyrics. Oh, Bancroft says he has a number on his spine. Well... Angela says she wants me to watch Dark. What is Dark?
Dark is a German show that got popular on Netflix about time travel, I think. I never watched it. People were popping off about it like 7 years ago.
Time travel. Lame concept.
Yeah, there's like a hole in the woods.
Do you think that you can make a time travel thing where the characters still have souls? Because time travel is related to multiverse. How in fiction, how would you solve the problem of multiverse and souls?
So
Go on.
the question is, does a soul have to be tied to a specific does the soul only exist in one body at one time along a specific timeline, or could it be something that is has a quantum connection to all bodies across all timelines and all universes, and the soul absorbs the experiences and memories of all of these different branches from it? So if that's the view, then souls can be explained even with time travel multiverses.
So is that like, so I share the same soul as Black Phil Diaz from a different universe?
Yeah,
You
basically.
guys combined
like
like
Miles.
one soul.
It's like Miles Morales, Phil Diaz. We have the same soul.
One
Yeah, so like a
Bitcoin.
soul exists outside of space-time itself. It's on a different plane.
And then the other one is like every universe has its own souls, meaning every like tiny fraction of the multiverse has like its own heaven and hell, and that's like
Right.
10 billion heavens, which is like basically saying heavens are like interchangeable and not a big deal.
Yeah, I
Heaven
think
has
that
its own
waters
soul.
down the idea of...
But heaven only has
Souls and
one
heaven.
soul, and they're all connected.
I think that makes more...
Well,
So
well,
Phil,
like, that
when
would...
when all
work
of the yous die, okay, if you have one soul and it goes to one heaven and it's shared by all of the multiverses of you, when you die, but like, because you slipped on the banana from the story we talked about earlier,
Right, the
you were
art
at the art
gallery.
exhibit, someone ate the banana, put it on the floor, you slipped over, banged your head, you're dead. But there's like 10 billion other Phils who are still alive, half of them black.
Right.
Do you just wait in limbo for the rest of yous to die so you can recombine with the other yous to make the one soul?
Right. You watch the rest of them with like a television set. So you have a TV and you could switch between souls. In this limbo.
That's a good premise. You die and you just sit there in limbo watching the other yous live.
Bancroft is like every rose has a thorn. So to Phil, his thorn is Black Phil.
Black Phil? Nah, he's my brother. My soul brother.
Brother from
My
us.
real brother and I were talking about,
You have a brother?
yeah. He didn't die in Colombia.
I'm glad to hear.
The cartel.
Neither did we.
ate him up.
Neither did we. Turns out
Yes.
Colombia ain't as bad as people make. Ain't as bad as the UK terrorism, government travel terrorism warning website makes it out to be.
So also, there are... I assume, my impression when I travel is... within a region, there are certain locations that are probably mega dangerous. So I'm sure, like, when we were there, we had some friends who were talking about, well, this one specific city is just completely controlled by the cartel. And it's like, well, we were not there. We were in the capital and in one of the nicer beachside locations and stuff like that, where it wasn't not insanely dangerous, and also just basic street smarts go a long way. So... but it's not that, well, there is no danger. There's danger if you're an idiot and you go to these specific locations.
Yeah, there's like 3 cities that are controlled by the, and I can't remember their names. Was Cartagena one of them?
No, Medellin.
Medellin.
that's-
Medellin.
Medellin, apparently, well, you said your brother was there?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah,
He was in
somewhere
the
around there.
cartel-controlled
Appa-
place.
No, apparently Medellin, a lot of, like, illicit substances move through there. It's not that it's controlled by the cartel, but, yeah,
Yeah,
The
there are
world got to
other...
get their cocaine somehow,
towns.
Irene. Okay? We gotta
Apparently,
come out
Okay.
with it and they're going to supply it.
one of the places talks about it more than the others, so it seems like that's the most dangerous one, but it means they're the least dangerous one because they're more open to talking about all the cartel activity.
Yeah,
But yeah, we didn't go near any of those.
It depends on where you go, and it's like, well, if you're an outsider, it depends. It's not like, well, everywhere you go, you leave outsiders. Well, some places you go, they'll target outsiders because it's like you're a tourist, you're gullible. Some places, though, they will leave outsiders alone. It's like the Yakuza and the Mafia in Asia. They tend to leave civilians and tourists alone because they're trying to not cause trouble, and they're just doing their own business.
So,
anyways,
creativity.
Anyways, I wanted. So we were talking about this specific simulation theory. It's a new theory that my brother was telling me about.
that he found in the depths of Colombia.
Yes.
Yeah.
That if this is a simulation, right?
Uh-huh.
There's a higher level of existence, and we're in a simulation. Why are we in a simulation, right? And so the idea is that there's a bunch of people living in this simulation to achieve getting out of the simulation. So the idea is this is all a vetting process that at the end of your life cycle, if you played the game correctly and were a good person and a good soul, you would get to go out of the simulation and enter this perfect, super high-tech society where everything is easily you have an easy life with amazing tech, but because things would probably be easily corrupted, you would want people that aren't going to corrupt it to live alongside you in the society. So this would be like your vetting simulation, which that idea would then line up with technically religion as well, right?
Yeah, it just sounds like atheists trying to remap words over the concept of heaven. And
Right, yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's an atheological thing. I think it's something you could totally line up with biblical stuff.
I mean, there's a completely non-simulation worded version of the same thing where like reality is just a god thinking. Like every like conscious entity is like an end point of the same mind exploring the possibility of three-dimensional space.
like a dreaming god theory.
Yeah.
Dreaming God theory.
Yeah, like the universe is created by an entity exploring within itself.
Either way, we're going somewhere. Like, yeah, like... Reality itself has a direction that it's going in. You could just interpret that as an intent, but it's not there yet. It had a start point and a place it wants to go, which is the intent. But then obviously it faces resistance, which basically creates time. Like time is created by motion. So like you have two opposing intents, like consciousnesses, and then you could just see all of three-dimensional space as like a boundary surface between two opposing intents. And you could say that's Satan and God. Just like worming it out.
And what are your
Across
hands
the
doing
universe.
right now? The symbol
That's
for
the
prayer, Jake.
Exactly!
Michael Dusha says that's just religion with high-tech heaven. And that sounds cool.
High-tech heaven! Yeah, Phil has an echo. We cannot figure out who has the echo, but we have heard it since before the show started.
Well, I wouldn't have the echo. My voice is coming through someone else's stuff. But it seems like it's not there anymore.
Yeah, now that
Is it
Irene has
me?
muted herself.
No, I don't
But
think so.
I'm on my headphones.
I think we're good now.
Okay.
Whoever can't hear the echo, it's their fault, and Phil can't hear it. So
Yeah, and then what if one time the creator of the simulation is like, "Oh, I want to go and check what's going on down in the simulation." So I'm gonna log in and make my avatar. You know, his name's gonna be Yeshua. He's gonna go down. He's gonna be born, you know, in Bethlehem and stuff like that. And I'm gonna play the simulation and see how everything goes.
With God mode turned on.
With well, the God won't turn on, and then I'm gonna get bored. And be like, peace out.
That's what happened, yeah.
The Phil echo is definitely coming through Irene's mic, because whenever we
What?
mute it, Phil talk.
Hello. What should I
you
say?
sound so normal, Phil.
Do I sound?
Yeah,
I
you sound
good
so
now?
non-echoey. Now if we
Was
unmute Irene,
'Twas brillig, and the slithy toad did gyre and gimble in the wabe. All mimsy where the burrow grows and the mome raths outgrabe.
it's slightly happening still.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son.
What? Is because I'm using headphones. I don't understand. Do I need to just turn the sensitivity of my mic down?
The jaws
Maybe.
that bite, the claws that catch.
Yeah, I will.
Maybe your mic's picking it up for the.
That would be-
no clip mode. Jesus has no clip mode. Clips through the rock that blocks the.
Crisis says there's no echo. I have been vindicated.
There you go.
What is this?
Well, everyone else who heard it,
Accusation.
you're wrong. I guess.
No, I'm not! I refuse.
There is one creative question that, like, I was thinking of leading on to, and it is the whole. Maybe we've talked about it before. It's when you're saving things that you think are a big deal for later on in your story, but you hold on for them for so long that they eventually become lame. And you could have just used them really early on for more impact. Like a reveal
Yeah.
about a character's lore, or just a conflict, or a cool power.
Yeah.
Well, this is something I've kind of been coming around to. Certain reveals have to happen at certain points for plot reasons, but you mentioned something, Jake, about, well, if you have an idea, just use it and trust yourself to come up with something even cooler later on when it's not like, well, this is an important plot point if I reveal it, the plot won't, it's just part of the plot. As in, well, I have a cool idea for the setting of a fight or some shit like that. And that's an approach I hadn't taken before, but I'm trying to do that more because I think that readers can tell if you're holding back essentially, and that's not exciting for your story or for the reader. You should go all in all the time and just come up with more cool stuff.
Yeah, like Daniel Silla says, do you have any examples? Obviously, because my first book isn't out, I'm not going to mention the cool ones, but I will say Connell's braces that are like gold.
Yeah.
He used to have them on the whole time, and now he gets them halfway through. No, he gets them during the first book. And that was like trying to make something extra cool that wasn't as cool before. It was like, oh, wow, he has these braces. They don't mean anything. Or like the idea was they could be revealed to have had something about them that's cool later that just happens to have been there the whole time. Kind of like Wonder Woman braces, like if she's getting shot at by bullets and like she can deflect them. Like imagine that had been happening the whole time, but you didn't point it out. And then later you reveal like, oh, you've been protected by these braces the whole time. Didn't you know?
Sure.
But yeah, I as an example in Connell, I made a change. They're directly cool, and he doesn't always have them, and he gets them during the first book.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had a situation like that where I'm like, oh, I want to do something later, but it would be better to do it now. I'm not sure. In fact, I think I've had the opposite of that, where in my Western story, in the series, he has a friend that he rescues, and he then becomes part of the main crew, and they interact with each other, and he's a comic relief. I originally was going to introduce him in issue 2, but I thought I wanted to establish the main character before establish the main character more to the reader before introducing a side character and then having another dynamic. So I actually did the opposite, where I had an idea and pushed it down the line in order to flesh out the protagonist more. And subsequently, it has resulted with the necessity for a different story, and then I was able to come up with something cool as another issue 2, and I can save that for later. So
Did
works out.
introducing them later help structurally because it let you focus on your like building your theme for a little bit longer and not like suddenly jerking to something else? Because that's the kind of the problem. If you go to episodic, you can really lose focus on what is the central point of this world and these characters in this story.
yeah, I think so. And really taking that character away and having this first arc be, maybe first 2 arcs be a solo series, it's helped me come up with new plot ideas, and then also, like you said, be able to focus things on what the theme means to the main character,
Camel, the genius among men, says Jake's right. Anyway.
About what? Oh, he just
Always use your ideas. If you can't come up with something later, you shouldn't be creative. That's the thing. Trusting that future you is good enough to come up with better shit. If you thought of good shit and you're like, you know what? I'll save this for a rainy day, like a squirrel hauling nuts for the winter. It's like, no, winter comes today. Get your nuts out. You can.
You heard it
think of
here,
better-
everyone. Get your nuts out.
If you're a decent creative, you can always think of better stuff. So don't be too precious, because you can end up saving stuff for a rainy day, and you don't even get to the rainy day because no one's interested in your fucking book because you left all the cool stuff out.
No,
Yeah,
that's a
Just
really
you
good
wait,
point.
guys.
Just trusting, so.
Just you wait. It's gonna get cool.
That's the Irene, especially with a mystery story, it kind of lets you fall prey to that more often than most, because you're like,
It really did.
I need to bleed out the reveals. It'll be cool later, guys. It's like, no, make it cool now.
It's hard, especially because with a mystery story that has a lot of world building, well, the thing that everyone talks about the minute you mention fantasy and world building is, oh, don't lore dump, don't do too much. So, but then you can approach a story with, well, the world building is not lore dumpy, but also you can't hold back with other parts of the presentation, because then it would just be boring and people won't be interested. If that makes sense.
Yeah, we
Gotta
definitely
strike
got
the balance, I guess.
Yeah, it's striking a balance, definitely. So it's like you have to go all in, but also it's not really holding back, though. I think the idea of revealing a mystery, that's not holding back. That's just having a good plot that's interesting. But you should never hold back. Those are different things.
When it comes to mystery, like, you can still you have your grand reveals, but really you should be kind of leading the audience astray, and the characters should think they've figured it out, but they have it like completely wrong. You know what I mean? They're being led down the wrong path. Like, you can feel like you've already revealed the mystery, but you haven't at all. Like, it's just the way the story unfolded gave whatever was revealed that level of importance. And the real reveal is still further down the road. It's just like if you save the reveal as the only one.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. I think I've reached a point, thankfully, where I feel secure about the reveals. I'm like, okay, this is cool. And the thing is, there are reveals, and then the reveals get reframed, and I think that'll work out very well. So the next step is just not holding back with the, oh, I have an idea for a fight or a monster, but I'm going to hold back for now. No. Stop. Never do that.
Yeah.
Have you had stuff, Noel, where you've been too precious about it, and by the time you've come to put it in something, it's not felt as sensational.
When you're talking, not exactly, but what I was thinking is in Grand Prix. I've mentioned it before, but there's a part where one of the characters steals a suicide pill from a dude's mouth by making out with him because he's threatening to kill himself because he doesn't want to tell her what she wants to know. So she makes out with him, and it's going to cut into like a little short story of their tongues, like for a page, like in the pill, like almost breaking. And it's like if it breaks, they both die. And then she quits kissing him, and she like spits the pill out. I'm like, that scene is gonna be so cool. I can't wait to get there. So then there's like what you're saying. I'm like, she should just I can't really be like, oh, she'll just randomly torture someone, and they have a suicide pill, and then because it's all kind of more set up. So I can only do it at that one spot, and it's like 2 or 3 issues in, so it still won't be for like a year at least. And yeah, that does bother me, but I don't think I can move it up, so I just think about it all the time.
What'd I miss?
Were you about to say,
Everything.
"Oh, he's still alive"?
I was going to read Bancroft's comment of, are we still talking about comics? Right?
Comics? What?
Scuttered reveals.
Scathead, yes.
Scuppered. Yeah, that threw me
Scuppered.
off. I was trying to think of something to segue, but like I've blanked. There was a
Brain farted.
Iron Line says Aeon Flux. You guys ever see Aeon Flux?
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
well, yeah, but I don't remember it.
there's a car
Actually,
insurance company in England called Aeon Flux for boy races.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
It was originally a
Weird.
cartoon on MTV's Liquid Television. Eric Canetti actually worked on the show. Shout out to Eric Canetti.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then they made it into a trash movie.
I saw the movie, yeah. That was not great.
You know what? Seeing as we got people here and we never do this properly, I will try and remember what I wanted to segue whilst everyone talks about their book. Phil,
Yes.
tell us about Psycho Slumber that's still
Very
in
good.
demand.
Still in demand. Just got a Indiegogo payout, so shout out to Indiegogo. I'm getting it tomorrow. But check this out. It's horror meets superheroes. If you guys loved the Lost Pages, you need to grab this one. Crimstone's in it. Jazz and Crim go up against a crazy psychopath killer who hunts them in their sleep. Simon in the background there. It's a mashup between these guys and the Kill Journal. We just got the 39th page of colors. This is 60 pages, so we're super close of wrapping this bad boy up. And we're also going to be adding some more stuff to this campaign. We're going to do a Kickstarter as well after the new year, so people, they're wanting to buy comics and stuff and have money after the new year. So look out for that. And yeah, thank you guys for supporting this. Really excited about this one. Just need to start lettering it up and getting it done. It'll be good.
Yeah, 143 backers is pretty badass.
Yes. Yeah, let's get it to 150 people.
Nice.
And I did not name Simon after Simon Bisley. No, I didn't.
Did you even name Simon?
Are
or
you
was there like
sure?
a co-naming?
No, I named him that. He you guys will understand it once you read it.
Okay.
There's a reason.
Well.
It's not biblical either, because I know there's a...
Speaking of not biblical either, Nosferatu is still up on Kickstarter.
Nosferatu.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I say that every single fucking time. I'm
Well
so sorry.
done.
I think you might have got a few backers today, maybe. I think it was at 19, so that's nice. Thank you for new backers. Yeah, and this one's, I released it in 2022, so it's a 100-year anniversary. Then that was like a 900 copy print run, and it sold out. There's still some demand, plus it's timing for the movie, which the movie reviews got released, and everyone loves it. So apparently the movie's amazing. I can't wait to see it. It sounds good.
Yeah, it's got like incredible Rotten Tomato scores. 100%.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see it too, actually.
Yeah, and it sounds. I'm kind of doing a little bit of detective work to see what it's like compared to my take on the story. And I just can't wait to see the whole thing. But I think there's one big thing he's doing that's different that I kind of like what I do better a little bit. But I need to see the movie first and see everything. But it looks super awesome. I love Robert Eggers. He's my favorite filmmaker pretty much. That's one reason I kind of am doing this, just to time it. Yeah. So, and with this, there's a free mini comic. And can you make me big, Jake? I'll show you like some of these pages.
I can embiggen.
Yeah. So it's this.
I'll go
Speaking of
into the
like
brand.
cringe by trying to be funny, you know, this is. I know I'm gonna be so embarrassed, but so it says he's like Blood Coop. He's like a mob. They're like, get him, ding dong, and then it's like two kids that are dressed as Dracula and Nosferatu. They're like, trick or treat. There's some guy in the background. He looks at him. He goes, I think I still have some fentanyl, and he gives him some drugs. But I'm gonna change that because that joke is
Fentanyl.
Yeah.
Wow.
The fentanyl joke is the one you want to change.
Yeah. It's stupid.
That one's funny.
Why?
Well, I think it might be funnier if he gives them like something really healthy, and they're like,
So that'll be just way more funny than fentanyl.
Fentanyl's very
like what?
and then the
Fentanyl's
mob
every
gets there. He's like, that mob must have found out I'm a vampire, and the kids are running away. And the mob's like, get the pedo, and he's like, and then Nosferatu's there, and he's got his bullhorn. He's like, Dracula's friends with P Diddy. He's a diddler, and he's like, Orlok's been to Epstein Island 1 billion times. And they're like,
Man, this is really.
They're
the
both
time, huh?
diddlers. Get them.
Perfect.
I think this really fits in with the tone of the main book that you've been trying to set. I think everyone who gets this will be very happy with
And then
that free
this
extra.
woman jumps out and she says, no, these men only diddle beautiful women like me, consensually. And the mob is like, burn the witch. And then, the guy who's been hiding, he dives and he stakes everyone. And she gets a nip slip. I don't know if you guys can see the nip slip. But
Yay,
thanks
nip
for-
slip. Yeah, thanks for that.
Where's
It's
the
just
nip?
a
Bye,
watermark.
Jake's
It's a
channel.
watermark. YouTube is just a
me
stray
the nip.
circle. No.
yeah, the AI is cued for nip slip. But and
You
then
can just
the
definitely
rest-
keep saying it and draw it in more.
It hasn't been inked yet, so you guys don't get to know the ending yet.
Okay.
Cool.
Well.
You got to buy the book to know the ending of that story. Speaking of nip slips,
What? Yeah, speaking of nip slips, this Fiendish is just nip slips everywhere. Everybody buy my book right now. There's so many boobs.
that was the famous non-segue, but there is a nip slip at the beginning
There-
of the Fiendish one.
Yeah,
So,
there
it
are
works.
nipples. It's not. I am not gratuitous with any nudity, but I mean it is not a book for kids. So there are some boobs
Speaking of
occasionally.
not a book for kids.
Hey, let me finish promoting. Go back. How dare you? So yes, Fiendish. This is my fantasy mystery comic. I feel like everyone in chat probably has knows about this book. But hey, we have some new people today, so who knows? Maybe there's someone who's brand new. If you like deep world building and really detailed fantasy worlds and demon hunting and stuff like that, then this is for you. Oh, if you like D&D and that sort of fantasy, then this basically is a D&D campaign drawn into a comic. I'm working on book 3 right now. Book 1, 2, and 2.5 are on the shop right here at fiendishcomic.com. You can order the books plus a bunch of merch and knickknacks all right here on the shop. And I actually would like to show off a spread I just finished. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but I'll show like a little bit. Hold on, it's right behind me. Hold on.
Why are you going to show the whole thing?
Because I want to like reveal it slowly
Oh,
for...
you're saving the good stuff for later now, huh? I can't come up with something good later.
Yeah, because I need content for my members and for my blog subscribers. So, I mean, I'll still show a close-up. It is done, but I will reveal just little bit, little bit. Here you go. This is a double page spread. Look at all this detail. This took forever. So there you go.
Ooh, I like the bark on that
And-
tree. It's awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I'm very proud of how that turned out. I've been recording my drawing very awkwardly. I've just been holding my phone in my left hand while I draw with my right hand. It's actually very difficult to do. So I hope these my effort pays off, because I've been making shorts of like little time-lapse shorts of my drawing, and I plan to do many more as I work on this book. So I actually just uploaded one. I already uploaded a few of the cover, and I have a few others ready for this spread, so those will be going up soon. So if you follow me at Rini Draws on YouTube, go to my shorts, give those a like and a view, please. That would be really great. Thanks.
Wait a minute. Dongosilla says, like that borderless panel. Yeah, you haven't drawn any boxes on that page.
Yeah, so I am intentionally not, because I want to do the panel borders digitally because it's neater. So I know
there will
the
actually
inks will
be-
probably, yeah, there will be. They're going to all have digital panel borders. I might scan them in and then draw the panel borders just so the originals don't look weird, you know, but yeah, I'm not doing them right
I
off the
think it's
bat.
cool without them. No, because it
Cool.
means you. Yeah, I never even considered adding the panel borders like digitally and drawing physically, because then you can still do color holds without having to freaking select the edge and make the edge look natural of the panel and everything. It
Yeah.
seems like avoiding a massive headache.
Yeah. That is what I'm trying to avoid. But yeah, here, look, I have home goods and apparel, all kinds of cool Fiendish merch. So check it out, fiendishcomedy.com. Thank you
Yeah,
all.
speaking of cool fiendish merch,
Yeah.
Donald the Barbarian
Perfect segue.
Right.
with a number and a clear subtitle.
There we go. Okay.
It was potentially going to be called Raw Entry, but I think First Entry really sells it. This is the comedic fantasy flip side of the coin to the very serious fantasy of something like Fiendish. 14 days to go, 86 backers, 5,000. Oh, let's change that to dollars because it looks way more impressive. Just give me a second. Just gonna,
FK asks, are those all Rini's friends as the models? I don't have friends. What are you talking about?
They're all
that
AI.
is 7,200, a much more impressive number.
Woo!
Noise.
Yes, we did like a 30-day closeout, and we I didn't think we'd pass the 7,000 goal, but we did, which means in the we have unlocked several stretch goals already. I even updated it. Now at the 7K, every throbbing package, which is, you know, the big bundle, will get a Throb Squad Elite sticker. So yeah, you can, along with that, there's like a bunch of free trading cards for everyone. These two have unlocked already. I'm hoping by the end of the campaign that we can unlock the whole of the stretch goal set, and I'll be able to reveal the regular set. Everything on the campaign comes with free trading cards too, so go over, check it out, have a shop around. It follows the adventures of the titular Connell. You know what? How about I play the trailer?
Yeah,
We have nearly 8,000 views on the Connell trailer, which is insane.
Woo! That's
Literally
great.
insane.
Yeah.
Let's play it.
In the world of Deploria, after years of solitude, a dark, erotic curse threatens to be unleashed.
Stalking through the forest, with blue guys on the prowl. There's only one man there to stop them. If you just stop joking around, they come here to invade your lands, bring life here to an end. But you just wanna get real drunk and make lots of new friends. Carnal the Barbarian, Carnal the Barbarian, Carnal the Barbarian.
Should voice over that bit too. Missed a trick.
Oh wow. I don't think it's good as it is.
So yeah, go
Play
check
it
out.
again. Play it again. Play it again.
Oh wait, I can fake play it again. Yeah, Jake has a tremendous singing voice. Thank you. I really
Angelic even.
worked the pipes. Jake hire Fabio for a cover. That would be great. I could do a cosplay cover one day. Just get a bunch of women dressed as blocks and
Oh, that'd be great.
yeah, cover 42, Jake 36.
Woo!
Yeah, you're kicking my ass by
Na,
not
na, na,
exactly
na, na.
10 there. The one on the total on the page is about 10, but I guess if you go over and count the add-ons, like, you know.
Let's make it 10, guys. Let's make it an
yeah.
even 10.
Yeah, everyone
Jake
go
needs
back
a
in my
hero.
cover right now.
No, we need to pull
No,
it
no,
back.
no.
Maintain the status quo
He needs to
today. Get
Yes.
a throbbing package.
Even it
Or
out.
help me kick Jake's ass even more by backing my cover and giving him
That-
money.
There is some lore continuation on the Barbarian. Now, here's the thing. Suno, the website that I definitely didn't use to do the theme tune, that I definitely wrote and had professionally produced, they have updated to like version 4, and I have finally got some of these. Does this? No, these are like broken. Hold on. I was trying to do some sound stuff. I've finally got one where it isn't Barbarian, where they say the lyrics properly.
Oh, really?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Barbarian.
And like I might be able to find one. Like this is. I've been trying to do music for the. It might be Botman remastered. Hold on. One of this might work. Tell me if you can hear it.
Unfortunately,
hear it.
yes.
Okay, this is the J-pop
What the
version.
hell?
And I think hopefully we won't go through all of this and then listen.
We can't hear you over the loud music.
Okay.
Here to invade your lands, here
Okay,
to
hold on.
get
That's
real
right.
drunk and make lots of new friends. Carnal, the Barbarian.
Nope.
No! It's still. Good job. Good job. Well done.
Maybe, hold on. Maybe it's this one.
It won't be.
Just go through the
again.
intro again. Maybe this will be the one, guys. Hold on.
There's only one man there's
Okay,
to an end.
okay.
New friends. Carnal, the Barbarian.
Oh my god! I said it right!
Finally.
Carnal, the Barbarian. Carnal, the Barbarian.
So yeah, go
That
buy my
sounds
book
good.
so I can pay for more AI music.
Carnal, the Barbarian.
Support arts! Buy AI music.
Yeah, support your poor, struggling artists who give your money directly to the enemy.
Barbarian.
K-pop.
Yeah, good
See,
old.
this is what it is. If I buy any more than 6 manga trades, I'm gonna be making K-pop music like Jake.
You know what, Phil? How
K-pop.
pick a style of music. Let's make a cover song.
He's gonna try to convert you now to
Yeah, let's-
AI music. It's
What
gonna
should we
happen.
do? Should we do new metal? Should we do a new metal version of
No,
this?
no.
Do you want ska? Do you want ska? A
No, I want 90s hip hop.
Okay, 90s hip hop. Okay, here we go. Let's.
Dale Way said this is why I did back Cardinal. Oh
Dale, if you back right now, I will completely end this entire segment and I will stop playing this.
no! He's holding
I-
it over your head.
Okay,
He's-
if I get an email on my
hostage
phone
situation.
saying you have a new backer, I will move on very swiftly. There's
The, Marvel is coming out with a new video game called Marvel Rivals, and it's like Overwatch but with Marvel characters. It comes out tomorrow, and they did a launch trailer, and it had like K-pop music that sounded like that. People are just
That's
like
hilarious.
crazed over it right now. I guess especially in like the gaming community. I know that when League of Legends puts out their music, it's all like K-pop stuff. So
Well,
I'm
Phil,
sure they want to cater to Korea.
we have two 90s hip hops ready.
Amazing.
This does not sound like hip hop at all.
Nope.
This
This
does
is not
sound
hip
like
hop. You failed! Fail!
Stalking through the forest, orcish blue guys on the prowl. There's only one man there to stop.
What is this?
Phil,
What
that's
the
your
heck?
90s hip hop, Phil. Okay, we got
Yeah.
one more
Trained,
chance.
you've
We got-
trained Suno so much on this K-pop shit.
It
It's like,
can't
I
break
can
out
only
of the
make
anime.
one song now. It's a battered housewife. Okay, here we go.
What the fuck? Boo!
Come on.
We're 90s hip-hop.
Stalking through the forest, orcish blue guys on the prowl. There's only one
Is
man there
this
to stop them.
90s
If you
hip-hop?
just stop joking around, they come
Yeah, this
here
is
to
real
invade
hip-hop
your
right
land,
here.
bring life to an end.
Well, guys, it's all Phil's fault. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Camel
He
says,
definitely egged you into doing this.
Camel says, if you end this segment, in won't refund. I'm going to be charitable and not take context clues to know exactly what you said. Fine, Phil. You had your 10 pieces of silver or whatever. You had your red meat. You got your hip hop
13?
version.
That was horrible.
I can just like, instead of doing a cover, I can just like reuse prompt. And then it might make an actual hip hop version, but you know,
It's okay.
90s Satam. You know, he was referring. Well, that's just Saturday morning cartoons, right? Not Sonic Satam. Silly me. I was about to say,
Satam.
is Jaleel White still alive?
Yeah.
Who?
Imagine if I got Jaleel White to voice Bloathug.
Isn't he? He's in that new Star Wars Skeleton Crew TV show. I'm pretty sure that's Steve Urkel, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Noel, not a fan of Steve Urkel.
Did he do Sonic's voice?
Yeah, he did the original Sonic's voice. He said it's way past cool. And it's ended.
Dale is suffering.
I think he means the
He
stream.
plays Deadpool now. You know what? Ryan Reynolds didn't get Jaleel White to do Jaleel Pool. The movie is a waste. I'm gonna listen to this 90s hip hop on my side first to confirm if this is.
I thought you
Nope.
ended the segment.
Nope, they both suck. Okay, that's it. Aborting.
You tried. You tried. It was a noble effort.
Didn't Jaleel beat a woman or something? We should all definitely deal in accusations and believe them instantaneously. If anyone accuses
Wow,
anyone
I'm
of
not in
anything,
his room.
instant belief. Jake lied. He never checked his phone. Oh my god!
You know what? You know what?
Oh.
Bullying. Wow. Okay.
Bullying the chat. It's what Camel's made his career off of. Okay.
Camel. It works. You know what, Dale? I will never bring up Suno again whilst on this show.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you very much, Dale A. Yeah, I think we can refresh if it actually picks up and go from 86 to 87.
Yes! Strong arming Chad
Yes,
into backing your book works. Yes.
Another main cover purchase.
Hell yeah.
Poland.
No! No! What?
February.
And for the right
Not
cause.
like that.
Dale A
God
doing
damn it.
God's work.
Oh well.
Thank you.
Should have. Well, at least you backed the book, so thank you. But
You will very much enjoy Connell when it comes out, and I will no longer bring up the AI art for the rest of this show episode at least.
just this episode.
We're used to the abuse. Connell says, I made thousands of
think you
dollars
should-
from telling the chat their useless facts.
Impressive.
Oh,
I remember that.
you did indeed, Camel.
Good times. Good times.
No, I'm not gonna do a segue. I was gonna say speaking of
Speaking of
useless
useless,
facts, do we have a meme?
Wow, segue. Alex,
Oh my god.
are you out there? Is the meme ready? I had a joke
Alex,
about
save
Jaleel
us,
White.
please.
Did Jaleel White actually hit his girlfriend?
There was a thing. There definitely was a thing, but my take was like,
Did you hear his public statement on that?
was it very high pitched?
No, he said, "Did I do that?"
Jaleel White,
We don't have
did
to look
I
into
do that on murdering woman? I need to. These are
Murdering? This
Oh, God.
escalated very much.
look. They murdered a woman once.
I'm glad. I'm glad Jake got the joke. Murdered a woman? No, you're thinking of Matthew Broderick. He murdered a woman.
A lot of that going around. I totally didn't make up the murder part. If you're gonna make up any part, you should definitely make up murder parts. Didn't that guy kill a woman? Like, if you say it so convincingly, people will actually have to process it. You know what? I was gonna do this, but I forgot because I was trying to be funny by removing the window. I do want to shout out in the chat. Down Goes Solo. He has a book up on Indiegogo right now, of which Irene has done a cover. It is called Wrecked, A Cruel Beginning. Someone should be putting a link in the chat right now. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But yes, go check it out. Does anyone know more about this book than me that can introduce it?
It looks awesome. It's got crazy, weird characters with multiple eyes.
It does
go
have
through it.
that.
Where's the eye woman?
So,
I have the preview. I got it at Heroes Con.
yeah, there
I'm
she
like,
is.
yeah, she's super cool.
So he had, he did a
Witches.
preview book that he was, he already had been handing out to some people, but the actual story is about Gertrude, who is the main character on the cover right up there, the girl with the braid and the spear. It is a dark fantasy story where, that follows Gertrude. Gertrude's family was killed when she was young. That's how the story opens, and she was taken and, used as a slave for unsavory purposes, and now she has not a sword, I almost said sword, a spear that she that grants her, I think it grants her like it gives her power in exchange for her binding with it, and she's on a quest for revenge. So it's dark fantasy, revenge story. If you like stuff like that, then check this out. Also, yeah, Travis has came up with some cool original fantasy races, just like Phil said. It's very interesting. There was some of that revealed in the preview book.
Yeah, really cool.
But are they as cool as blocks?
Maybe they don't have giant titties.
Oh, now it's a competition while we're trying to
Yeah,
promote.
look at that
someone's-
page. That's so
No,
cool.
no, because the joke is anything's better than just a block. Like, come
Oh.
on. Here's my fantasy race. It's a blue orc. Is this guy one of those special races? He looks like he's sucking the soul out of the old guy.
That's a great drawing.
It's like a
Interior
warlock
is
or
very good,
something.
too.
Pretty cool.
Yeah. Hey, Michael
That's
Rushbrook
good.
also has a variant cover. Yes, shout out to Michael in the chat. Yeah, that's mine, and there's the one with the other one.
Oh, that is that's the
Rushbrook
variant.
variant. Yeah, with her hand and spear towards the camera. That was a great pose. Fun fact: I was going to do a pose just like that, and Michael finished his first, so I had to do a different composition.
Oh,
you're gonna
really?
do this? You're
Yes.
gonna do this pose
funny.
for your piece?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. So well done, Michael. It's a very good cover. Yeah, go check out Wrecked, A Cruel Beginning on Indiegogo and back both of our variants and give Travis more money.
Is this not? I thought this was drawn by Michael Rushbrook too over here.
I think it is.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah,
So yes,
that was
two?
his preview cover.
He
I
did
think.
too.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, go check it out. Block Lives Matter. Oh dear. Needs more fentanyl.
Yes, definitely.
I don't think we have a meme
In
yet,
Minecraft
and I-
YouTube.
We might
Yeah,
have. Let's see.
but-
I'm gonna check my
They have fentanyl in Minecraft now?
no meme yet.
Yes. No meme. Whatever shall we do? Should I show off my cover? Have I shown my cover yet? Did I do
Nope.
that?
Yeah, guys, if you have not signed up for Fiendish 3, it is on its way. You just need to color this cover now, and then you can actually have a dedicated sign-up page up for it, right?
Yeah, I really should get on that. So here's the cover. I think I might have shown it off on some other show, but I was traveling and in Colombia and everything was a mess. Here you go. Inordinately detailed. So I am drawing everything traditionally for Fiendish 3. And the purpose of that is, of course, to have original art for sale, but I don't think I'm going to be selling this, and I'm going to hang on to a few other pages of interiors that I really like and just hold on to them dearly forever, but I'm quite proud of how this turned out.
Yeah, if you want to sign up for Fiendish 3, go to fiendishcomic.com and this is the sign up right here. There will be a dedicated one, but yeah, right now you can go and check that out. You can sign up right here.
Yes, indeed. Big red bar right there on the website, fiendishcomic.com.
Okay.
There you go.
The meme is ready.
Oh, and also
Yay!
shout outs to LE in the chat who backed Nosferatu tonight during the stream.
Yeah,
Oh,
wait.
Ellie, thanks.
I
Yeah.
brought it up. Did I start? Yes, I started. Here you go.
Nice.
Yeah, he said just back Nosferatu.
What's that?
Ellie, was it-
729D29D8567.
Ellie, was it the pedo mini comic that did it for you, or was it?
It was
Oh
probably
my
the
God.
mini comic, yeah.
Probably.
Well,
You also
On
got
that
another
case,
super
hold on.
chat there, Jake.
It did. Oh, okay. Well, I'll read this one first. Alex, VRB for... Are my buttons going to work? Hold on.
I hope
Is this
so.
FX... Is this FXing anything?
No,
no.
Is this FXing anything?
no.
No.
What the fuck, man? I got my old sound desk back now. I'm back in shit England. Anyway, Alex VRB for $2. Didn't know where to go with this one, but here. Well, it's always a good sign when you're clutching at straws. That's how I put. That's how I put
That means
trailer
it was
together.
a great show. Well, do something multiverse related, because that's
Don't
mostly
do
what
that.
we talked about.
Don't do that.
Yes, you definitely should.
Michael Rushbrook for $4.99. Jake, it's not ready. Oh my god!
Yes!
He finally got a sign-up page done. Yeah, I mean,
He's
I can
promoting himself. Oh my god.
just...
Yeah, shout out to Michael.
www.
Saw he was at some
Uh,
cons the past couple of weeks too.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Posting stuff.
Guys, head over to this webpage. This Michael Rushbrook, he did Fiendish 2.5. He's done a lot of Connell stuff too. A lot of his artwork was in the preview book. He's been around. He's participated in streams. I would go over and sign up for his book. From my opinion, from what I've seen, it looks pretty cool.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, the sign up is
Pretty
live.
cool.
I love the logo.
Yeah.
That logo's badass.
Yeah, the
reminds me of,
interlocked
like a
O's.
fighting game.
Very cool.
He did an example cover where the logo was like on the ground and the character was standing on it.
Yes, that was dope.
But yeah, you can go to darkmooncomic.com and subscribe for more information. Be the first to know about our soft launch events. Nice. But yeah, he's done some cool stuff for us here and there. So he even drew a creative block. In fact, he did this. Where is the thing?
He's drawn a
Yeah.
ton of stuff.
I need to use
Michael
that
is like
more.
the resident, just slams out art of other people's stuff and fan art, and it's all
Yeah,
always awesome.
I don't have it as an intro-y thing, but I do have it as a background.
Yes.
But yeah, he
And it
drew-
moves. This is so dope.
Wait, I'm gonna remove us all, but yeah, he did this artwork for us.
That's so bad.
Isn't that awesome?
I'm gonna hit him up
Hey.
to draw something for my brother and I for the Diaz Brothers show.
Yeah, if there's ever gonna be a Connell side story that someone else draws, it would be Rushbrook for
So
sure.
badass.
But yeah, fine. On to the meme. We do have it. Alex has been the like whatever that guy's name is, Monty Python. That's like the animator.
This guy knows one comedic group. It's Monty Python.
The Amber Light. This is great.
Yeah, there's the lights. They look evil. They look like they're the tripods from War of the Worlds. They look like giant aliens that are gonna blast us.
Oh wait,
This
I'm
is
in
crazy.
control. I have to zoom around.
Oh, there's the
Sorry.
urinal.
Yes.
I think that's the urinal.
The floating urinal.
Oh my.
Oh no!
It says on
Ah.
Yeah, that's
So-
the one he really signed. That's the real Duchamp.
So,
He signed it.
are
all.
these like?
Urinal made it.
Is the city under attack from terrible modern art? Like there's a Banksy demon over here.
Yes, it is. And the bananas are taped to the buildings.
Oh,
Lunatic.
that's so funny.
Oh no!
This is amazing.
And then it's
This
also
is the worst nightmare.
the Amber Gambler is there too.
Camel,
Who
why
is
are
the
you
guy-
drunk?
It's why Camel? Are you allowed to drink? What are they?
Why,
They take,
why
they took
is
the
he
lock.
just drunk posting in our chat? What's going on?
No, don't listen to him, Camel. Drink more and drunk post even more.
No!
No
I don't-
dancing.
Dancing,
You're
dreaming,
supposed to do this.
drinking. You know, Alex.
I get.
Why is that?
You know,
why
I
isn't
have
there
not drank
a
on
drunk-
stream for a while. I have been
Why
too
isn't there
reserved.
a drunk camel moon in this meme?
You have to add it.
Yeah. What happens when those demons go red? They probably shoot red lasers from their eyes. Yeah, Ellie says he's raining too. Okay. Winter comes today. Get your nuts out. Did I say it?
I don't think you said that.
No, I think I actually might have said. He says. Oh, wrong one. He says, "Merry Christmas, guys."
That is the most camel post. Merry Christmas 3 weeks early.
Same to you, fag. Anyway, every universe has its own soul and its own tiny version of heaven and hell. I think I did say that.
It's like mini hell. How cute. Modern art is not about evoking anything. It's all about being up your own ass. It's very narcissistic. I mean, that's true.
I remember when you said that.
Wise words. Wise words. Though I don't know why I suddenly have red hair, but
Thanks
That's
for
cool.
covering Phil's trap-isms, trapperia. With,
My nips?
Sorry, no, twinkeria. Sorry.
Thirst
It's-
trap.
No,
Thanks
there's
for
some
covering his
huge cans
twinkness.
under that you can't see.
Nip slip.
There's two
Covered
massive
it.
tits.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Mine is someone came in and said, "What is this?" and then bye.
This one's good. So I share the same soul as Black Phil Diaz from another universe.
It's
That's-
true.
Very
Good.
ponderous. Yeah.
That's the best of all the quotes.
So these are all the enemy pieces of art destroying the city, and we're running away. We
Yep.
don't know what to make of it. We can't interpret. We're like, it's not real art if we
Have you
can't
noticed
interpret
we're
it.
always running?
We have to
away.
we have to run to make
We're
real
all-
arts to battle this.
we're always in
We've
an epic
never
running
stayed and
pose.
fought.
I don't know who runs with their legs crossed. My character is apparently retarded, but
Oh yeah, it's in front of
look
the.
at
You're
You
trying
were
to run as
sitting,
lady,
and then you
you're
just
trying to
got
run
up,
as
yeah.
ladylike as possible.
yeah, by just like tap dancing my way across this apocalypse.
Doing the Irish folk dancing.
Yeah.
Well,
Red
thank
hair.
you very much, Alex, for the meme. Thank
Yes,
you
thank
to
you.
the wonderful chat for hanging out for yet another very well thought out episode of Creative Block.
Yes.
It's been fun. I enjoyed all the various topics we strung together, of which I can only remember like maybe 2 of them. Thanks to my wonderful co-host for being here. I hope this was tolerable, at least.
Yeah, it was good.
No, it's great. I think
Does-
it's good to have some more free flow episodes for a while.
I like how that gets said at the end of every episode where we didn't plan anything. It's
really refreshing.
Didn't plan
It's
shit.
true though. It's true. Like I do. Maybe it's just me, but I do
Low pressure.
genuinely enjoy it.
Blondie gets a catch up.
Next week, come to my channel for another episode of Creative Block that'll definitely be way more structured and so
Yes.
much more professional and serious because that's how I am.
Yo.
Any?
Tomorrow, be on the Zaid Comics channel. It
It's very
is
distracting.
December, and that means it's the start of the December's giveaway. We have 4 weeks, 4 Fridays this month. So we're doing giveaways every Friday this month. And it's the last 2 years, we gave away barrels to everybody that won. We ship them out to you. They're 3D printed barrels. But this year, we're switching it up. It's a new item, very special. If you guys are sub to the channel and you're members, you'll know. You'll be excited about this. It's big Zaid Comics lore. So we have special giveaways for tomorrow. Be there. There's a new emote for members. We have a He's Fat emote. So everyone that's not a member, become a member so you can spam He's Fat in the chat for tomorrow. Okay.
I hope you didn't use a picture of me for that emote.
No. It's words, but we're not singling out anybody.
Sometimes words hurt, Phil.
We'll be there.
Yeah. Go join Phil tomorrow. Normal, do you have anything you would like to shout out?
No, just check out the ending to my mini comic, because it's true art. I'm pushing the envelope like a drunkard at a funeral, and Nosferatu.
There you go. Nosferatu.
Yeah, and go check out Camel's drunk stream that he's going to do after this one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna happen.
I will maybe be, if I feel better this week, I'll stream this week to talk about Connell, because I need to sell. I had an aim of wanting to get to like 10K by the end of the first 60 days or whatever.
Let's do it.
I'll try my best. But yes, thank you all. And yeah, see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.
So here is Merry Christmas. Everybody's having
Ouch!
Christmas, Christmas.